blast ahoy and g'day once again to ye mateys! Thank you very much for sticking around with us, joining us for another game on this International Talk Like Josh, the Pirate Day Charity Marathon. I just wanted to stick around and say a quick thank you to everybody who has donated so far. We have crashed our way through 3/4 of our donation goal. So if you are wanting to, if you are keen to help us on our way with that, please click on the link there that I've just put up in chat. Yes, bless your hearts, bless your socks, and bless Wabberjack, because Wabber did a lot of that. So, guys, Jack, thank you very much for joining us. Take it away, good sir.
Excellent. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to, what hour is it now, Josh? What hour are we at as far out of 27?
11 and a quarter.
11 and a quarter. Feels like
not even halfway.
More. Yeah, no. Okay, well, good
Only
luck.
70 more to go.
Good luck to everyone, and thank you, Legionnaire Looper. The jacket is on purpose because we are playing a Pulp Cthulhu game, and this is the closest thing I have to a pulpy jacket, which is like a sort of aviator thing going on here. Now, welcome everyone. We're going to introduce our fine people in a moment, but I would like to talk about why we're here. So this is to aid childhood cancer support. And Talk Like a Pirate Day is all about sick kids and supporting them, but also crucially their families as well. Childhood Cancer Support provides counseling services, family unit accommodation, a hospital and airport transfers, and social support services to the family of children with cancer. They make one of the most horrible things that could happen to any parent just that much easier by taking the load off the logistical side of the child's treatment and offering support services that help them throughout the treatment. So basically taking the mental load off a little bit. They do such important work, and it's cool we can help them like this. Toward that, we have had 4 wonderful sponsors, and a whole bunch of awesome people have given prizes and their time. I am one of them, and my players are some of them. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. We have Wooten Forge, Roll with Advantage, Meeples and Dragons, and Mike Moans have all donated to the prize pool, and every $5 Australian donation that you give gives you a chance to win. We have 4 stemless wine glasses from Meeple and Dragons, which you can see in the overlay, a She-Oak Dice Keeper, a She-Oak Adventurer's Chest from Wooten Forge, 11 sets of gorgeous dice. 11? Really? Jesus Christ. And a whole mess of stickers from Roll with Advantage. And Mike Moans has contributed the player starter kit from Flights and Fancy. This has been absolutely amazing watching it from the sidelines, and I'm really glad I get to help out with something that is something that no one should really have to deal with. Let's be perfectly frank here. Hopefully this will definitely make a difference in a lot of people's lives. So thank you for going out of your way to do that. So I will tell you all about Pulp Cthulhu now. I described it to my players in the 2 minutes that we had as we transitioned over and also met 2 of these people for the first time. We are playing this, everyone here has, to my knowledge, actually, Dan, I know you've played some Cthulhu before. Have you ever played Pulp before?
No, my experience has just been Call of Cthulhu.
All right. Well, this is going to be a fun experience for everyone then. So literally no one has played Pulp Cthulhu other than me. So this is going to be a first play, #first play, for everyone. The important thing to remember about Pulp Cthulhu, in case you're like, what are you doing? Run! When they see the monsters, is these guys have more hit points, and they have what's called pulp talents, which, by the way, guys, please give a thumbs up if you do not, if you do understand. We'll give a thumbs up if you do understand those things. If you don't, I will explain them as we go. Basically, they make them like the Phantom in the comics. If you ever saw that cheesy 96 movie, it's exactly that kind of vibe. It's Indiana Jones, it's Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. It is all about going up there and punching the monster in the face. Obviously, they are still people, and they can get hurt and die. But, and I want to point this out to my players as well, because I feel like I might give you unnecessary trauma otherwise. Like, why is he doing this to us? There is a very specific thing that happens when you guys will see on your character sheets, you've got something called luck. right? So that is important. Keep that in mind because you want to keep your luck, if at all possible, above 30. Now, you could and should use your luck to affect the outcomes of your rolls. You have a lot of it. But here's what happens. If you have above a 30 and you go to 0 hit points and you die, what happens is you don't die. In fact, what happens is you have a crazy story about how you lived. So, for example, like in typical pulpy fashion, because it's the end of the serial, and then the next serial, he's fine, and we have to make up our own reasons about why that happened. Right. So, for example, if you fall off a hot air balloon, if you fall off an airplane and you die, then, like, when appropriate, the GM will say, okay, you're back. What happens? Like, guys, I can't believe it. I fell onto a hot air balloon. And then this guy was like, hey, can I give you a lift somewhere? And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. So here I am back in the adventure. Does that make sense? Yep. So it's very lighthearted in that way. So that is the long and the short of it. That should give a good sense for Pulp Cthulhu and what it's all about. I can't hear the sound, but I think I'll just make requests as we go. If at all possible, can we have some seafaring sounds now, if it isn't already there? And in the meantime, let's talk to our lovely players. Let's start with Dan, who I can see. Dan, who are you and who are you playing?
I am Dan, or Arts and Lovecrafts on Instagram. I'm a Perth-based artist and miniature enthusiast. I will be playing Raymond Polanski, the devastatingly handsome swashbuckler whose only belief or religion is himself.
Nailed it. Very good. And let's go with GM Workshop, or am I allowed to call you Raakam, sir?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just double checking.
Yeah, you're good. So Raakam over at the GM Workshop. I'm playing, so you can find me on GM Workshop. It doesn't matter where you can find me. More importantly, I am playing Anita tonight. Anita Margores, who is from Madrid and is out to explore an adventure and is so happy to be with Captain White, exploring wherever he will take us to see many treasures and secrets. And she's just so headlong and headstrong, and she can't get into it.
I got that Queen song stuck in my head now. Amazing. I'm not going to sing it because I don't want to be copyright struck. And finally, Matt.
Hello.
Who are you? Who are you playing?
I am Matt, otherwise known in chat and around the internet space as Deck Strength Con. And today I will be playing Captain William White, who is the captain of the ship and loves his ship. And he has a love affair with one of the women on the ship.
Unfortunately, the love affair was going to be played today. Dread, we hope you're well. He was set to play with us. Unfortunately, something happened, so we are down to 3 players today. But I will do my best to make it awkward for Matt as he attempts to flirt with the NPC. And same with Dan's character, which we will explain in due course.
Oh yeah, God, I have to flirt with everyone.
Yeah, rambunctious man.
Everyone is optional, but you definitely have some interest in certain
I've said
people.
It now on the internet. So.
Yeah, I mean, everything that is said on the internet is definitely committed to, and is 100% true.
And legally binding. Yeah.
Yeah, you've locked in.
And as for me, my name is Jack O'Brien. I am otherwise known on the interwebs as Jack Squarepeg. I am a professional GM and an actor and a writer and all sorts of fun things. You can actually find later, not now, later, find me prepping this exact adventure over at my Twitch channel, Jack Squarepeg. There was some fun times making up these characters with chat. I'm very proud of them. And this adventure, because I like giving credit where credit's due, is called, stand by, The Curse of Black Teeth Keetes by Perry Grosshans. So I am going to tell you all about that. But first, because this is Pulp Cthulhu, which means this actually takes place not in actual real life, because, you know, Cthulhu doesn't exist and all that fun stuff. But, well, I mean, depends on who you ask, but generally speaking. So let's talk about June 9th, not 1939. Did I write 1939? What an idiot. Stand by. 1939 is a slightly more austere day. Okay, so let's talk about 5 things you didn't know. So June 9th, 1933, here's what our experts found out. It was a Friday, so it's a Friday today, under the sign of Gemini. The U.S. president is, we'll do it in the proper pulpy voice, shall we? The U.S. president is Franklin D. Roosevelt. The U.K. Prime Minister is Ramsay MacDonald. Pope Pius XI was leading the Catholic Church. Famous people born on this day include Don Young and Patrick Simmons, Professional Sweetheart, directed by William A. Sater, was one of the most viewed movies in 1933. Go get 'em, boys! So, we are here on this ship. And someone else is piloting the visuals, but please clarify, someone who can see, if visuals need to be corrected. But as far as I can tell, we are here on this particular ship with our hearty crew. Now, we do only have 3 players, so I will man the NPCs as needed. But I would like to know, well, for starters, you will notice I did not name the ship, and that's on purpose. So I would like to know, please throw out suggestions. Name your ship. What do you think this ship is called? Sorry, what's the question?
No, I was about to offer a name.
Go for it.
So there's the Erebus and Terror were 2 ships that went missing in the north of Canada, and recently were found. But for a long time there was a mystery around them, and I feel like maybe the Erebus would be a pretty cool name for it.
I back it.
Erebus.
I back it.
Okay, I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm gonna badly misspell that.
Erebus.
Sorry, one more time.
Erebus.
Erebus. Gotcha. Okay. Well then, Captain William White.
Yes, sir.
The sea air is once again nourishing your lungs and all of your crew as you travel on the Erebus this fine Friday morning under the accompaniment of a certain sea dog by the name of Cobb. Now, Cobb is not affiliated with your crew. Cobb is a fisherman who has offered to come along. I'm not sure if you can see the handout here, but you should be able to. Can everyone see that?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So Cobb is coming along with you at this time. And it was him who let you know about the current situation that you are heading towards. Let's talk about that. So you guys are all local to Kingsport. You operate on days when you need to make some cash. You operate as a tourist ship, but your true purpose is to go and find discoveries. And Jane, who is actually the actual owner of this boat, it's her money, it's under her name, who is right here. She is enamored with Captain William White, but they have a bit of a strained relationship. She is holding this particular note quite tightly. And I would like, Captain, because you are probably next to each other, even though you're not, like you're acting like you're like not eyeing each other on occasion. Could you please read this little thing for me here?
Oh, there we go. Let me zoom in a bit.
Yes, sir.
My friend, how are you? I write to you with exciting news and with the hope of your appreciated aid. My latest adventure promises to be quite valuable in terms of fame and fortune. I have discovered the ship of Captain John Blackteeth Keetes, an infamous pirate captain who plied the waters of the Caribbean at the end of the 17th century. You know my fondness for pirates and pirate gold, and I believe his ship may hold quite some value based on the stories of its disappearance. I require help in reaching the ship, and I trust your skills and discretion will of course offer a full share of anything we find. Come see me in Kingsport at your earliest convenience. I will be staying at the Royal Kingsport Hotel. Until we meet, I am your friend, Howard.
All right. So Howard is a old friend of yours. He is probably the person that keeps you keeps you in contact, keeps you abreast of things that might be worth looking into. And this is what he looks like. Stand by. And I'll put it in the same place. Once again, I can't see visuals, chat, so bear with me if it takes a second for you to see. But for you guys, he's a handsome fella, and he is a lovely chap. He's very dear to all of you. So you have found this, and you've also got with yourselves, stand by, some extra stuff, which I'm gonna do because I've got a lot of handouts to the side. This is the beautiful thing about Call of Cthulhu. It's probably one of my favorite things, gang, is that handouts up the wazoo, which really kind of immerses you. One thing I would tell you is that I'll say, Anita, you would be holding on to the coin that seemed to have come with this letter and this diary. Cobb has given you all of this information. There is this coin. You've never seen anything quite like it before. It's quite heavy despite its small size. You're not entirely sure what it's made out of, but it is interesting, and it did come with the diary. So, give me a moment. I think this is the diary that will be spoken of, but I'm just going to double check because there's quite a few. Yep, that's the one. Cool. So I will say you can have the diary, Anita, as Raymond. No doubt you are probably talking in Anita's ear, no?
Yes, very likely.
Okay, so why don't you give me a...
She has not seen the back of me since I got on board.
Right. Why don't you give me the preview version of what that sounds like as she's reading this over and over again nervously? What does Raymond talk about when there's an awkward air, an awkward vibe?
So, I don't know if I've told you this story before, Anita, but this won't actually be my first time out on the waters. I'm no stranger to danger, if you know what I mean.
Sorry, I entirely missed what you said. I'm really focused on reading this book. Lawrence, I think maybe Raymond would like to talk to you about your readings of the latest Edgar Allan Poe release, perhaps? Maybe I'm quite occupied right now.
Oh, and he kind of looks at you and he's like, oh yeah, okay. And he's like, and Jane goes like, actually, Raymond, you can ensure that everything is secure, as that is somewhat your job. Jane is a battle axe. She is in her like late 40s, and is not to be messed with. So does Raymond heal too?
He does, reluctantly.
Okay, very good. Lawrence is a dark-skinned man who looks up from a thick tome of a book, and he barely seems to be paying attention, but he is useful. Now, this diary over here, can you see that, Raakam?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you wanna read that out loud for the class, please?
This is really hard to read. It's very legible. June 6, 1933. I have finally found a boat to take me to this ghost island. He seems okay, but O'Neill says it's not always in the same spot. I hope he isn't lying to me. Hard to see in the rain. Hang on, let me scrub this. Fairly large in size, but strange absence of birds or insects. The camp set at the center of the island, but O'Neill hates that skull. It says skull. My goodness, this is so exciting. June 7th, 1933, the next day. A night of strange dreams. O'Neill swears he heard something shuffling in the woods, but I keep reminding him There is no large wildlife here. It's hard to... A crazed individual, 3 bullets, and a hatchet to take him down. Where did he come from and how long has he been here? His clothing. We brought one of the statues into the camp to better examine it. Definitely... Lawrence, how do you pronounce this word? Jadeite.
It's jadeite, I think.
Jadeite. I've never heard of this.
Maybe.
And valuable.
I only
Strange.
read them. I don't say them out loud.
I'm the same. English is not my first language. Very difficult, but definitely jadeite and valuable. Strange markings on tentacles. The coin seems. What? Maybe you can explain to me later. The coins seem ornamental and are very old. Most of the island is mapped and found another shipwreck survivor. Crazed and mad, he nearly bit O'Neill even after my hatchet went into his skull. Had to leave O'Neill. Hopefully I can retrieve him when I return with more help. There is nothing for it. I can't explore the ship without aid. The boat is damaged, bottomed out on a reef. I'm heading back to the island to make repairs. I'm so scared. This is very crazy. I love it. I love it.
Now this is how you feel about Cobb is up to you. But Cobb is the one who had collected all this information for you. You guys were on a long expedition and have only just gotten back when Cobb basically kind of met you at the dock and said, "Yep, things aren't going so well with your friend Mr. Winchester." And he gave you all this information. And presumably, Captain, because with your well-established relationship with Howard, you probably left that very moment, didn't you?
Oh, certainly. Yes.
Yeah. So you guys have been on the boat for a little while now. Thankfully, it actually isn't too far where you're supposed to be going. You are headed basically for an area that, according to a map that has been left behind, which I will show you here. There's a lot of handouts, guys.
We love handouts.
Yeah, handouts are great. Let me know if you want that a bit bigger, but did it disappear? Oh no, what happened?
I have accidentally moved it.
That's all right. That's all right. Maybe Josh moved it.
Stop moving it.
It's possible. You're muted, buddy. But if you do need to move it, just hold right click around it or something, so I know what's going on. But yes, this particular island, there are a bunch of them off the coast of Massachusetts, but this one you've never heard of before. You moved nothing. You moved nothing. I did not. I did not move it. Okay. So I've never been so okay. All right. So right. So basically, you guys are headed for an area kind of with Cobb's understanding of where they went. However, because you're the only PC, Raymond, and you're the only one who isn't focused on something or other. Captain is probably holding the wheel, and Anita is probably rereading the diary entries.
Yeah.
Trying to understand, with Lawrence probably explaining what a tentacle is to his with sheer awkwardness involved. Just like it's like a sucker hand. I don't know.
And it moves by itself. It's unbelievable. I've never heard of it.
It does not move by itself. I did not say that. I think your imagination's getting away from you again. But you, Raymond, where would you be at this time?
Well, I probably did not thorough, but not lazy version of what I was told to do by the old girl.
Yep.
And now I'm...
Hopefully you don't call her that out loud.
She couldn't fire me. This thing couldn't run without me.
Yeah, true.
And I'm just sort of loafing around, just waiting for some poor soul to cross my path.
Fair enough. Give me a spot hidden roll. First roll of the game. So how it works, gang, just in case you weren't aware, we're using D100s. So you need 2D10, one with the 2 decimals on it, and one with the single digits. You roll it against your skill and try to get under. Okay?
Right. First snaggle. I think I've just got the one kind of D10.
Okay, in that case, what you can do is you can roll digitally, Dan. If you go to rolladie.net, you can just go 1 D100 should be there, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, D100 is right there. So just click on that and roll for me.
All right.
Or just roll in chat. Yeah, that could be cool too. Up to Dan.
Bear with me, guys. Very sorry.
No worries.
D100.
I'm not joking, chap, when I say that literally I had a whole plan. I'm like, here's the basics of the game, and we had maybe 2 minutes. So yeah, stand by.
I have a 73.
73. And what is your spot hidden skill?
It'd be far right column halfway down.
It'd be under S. It's all alphabetical.
Oh. So it is.
If it wasn't, that'd be a real pain in the butt. Yeah.
Which of the 3 numbers do you need?
The first one you can see.
50.
The highest one.
50.
So that's a failure.
Okay.
So what you can do, actually, you know what? This would be with what's called a bonus die because other people would be keeping an eye out as well. So roll a. How do we do this with a bonus die with digital? Just give me a D10 one more time, and we'll compare it. Just one single D10.
Okay. That is a 2.
What you got what was the first roll? A 73?
73.
So with a bonus die, because other people are keeping an eye out, that means that we take the lower number, kind of like advantage, and instead of a 73, it's now a 23, which is under half your score. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Which means it's what's called a hard success. So next time when that would happen, you would say, I got a hard success because I got less than half. Okay. More than half. One of those terms. So you got a 25, under a 25, which means a hard success, which means it's a higher degree of success. We've got regular success, normal successes, hard is half, and extreme is 1/5. I'll explain what that means later, but the point is, you did it. Good job.
All right.
Just a note, I have keen vision. Is that how he got the extra die? Basically, is that what you?
Not in this case. Mostly, it's just what I deem appropriate for the situation. Technically, what I actually should have done is any other situation, I would have said he would have gotten a bonus die for free with you helping. But because your face was in a book,
for sure.
Otherwise, it would have been 2 bonus die, which is like the most you can get.
Oh, they stack. Oh, okay.
Yeah, only 2 though, but it can happen. But you do see 2 interesting things, Raymond. The first is as you are traveling through, the boat seems to, as it sluices through the water, it seems to have this quality of almost kind of, after a while and Cobb's kind of directions, it seems to have this kind of magneticism towards a destination that you're not particularly aware of. Looking out of the corner of your eye, you can see Captain White at times almost has to let go of the wheel because the wheel just kind of does what it wants to do. It is almost like putting, like if you had a magnet, like 2 strong magnets, and you didn't put it, and you put it close to each other, and you just watched it head towards. It's got that kind of vibe. The other thing you notice as you're kind of traveling through this path is that you can see quite a bit of wreckage. from out in the distance, rocks being hit. You get the feeling that your ship is not the only one to have heard of this mysterious ghost island, as it is known, according to rumors. But you seem to have gotten lucky and found yourself on a path that, if you weren't a logical person, seems like it might be bending space and time so that you arrive where you're going. But that's ridiculous.
Preposterous.
And the other thing you notice, and I'm going to open up the map a little bit now, is, and we're going to put all the handouts at the bottom for easy reference, is we're going to open up our island as you arrive. Okay, so stand by. Okay, so you guys can see at this point, we'll keep it zoomed in for the sake of immersion for a second, as I fog of war what I need to fog of war.
You see nothing.
Well, you do see that. You do see the entire island as you're coming through, but as you get closer, it would not make the most amount of sense. So I did want you to have that visual, but I was so excited that I forgot to block out some things. So, okay. I think that's a good way to start. So let's bring everybody in. I will take care of that. Oh, no, the ship doesn't want to move. Stand by. It's because I locked it down.
It's because of that magnet pulling it the other way.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Unseen forces.
Ship magnets.
Okay, as you come through, you recognize the ship of Howard Winchester's second choice, which is to say, the man named O'Neill in the diaries, that he went with a man named, Howard went with O'Neill, and his ship is called the Sweet Mary Jane. This ship is in front of you, and it is fucked, as you can see.
Do we
Yes, please.
The name O'Neill. We know this name. It's in the diary I've been reading with the tentacles.
Yeah, that looks like the Sweet Mary Jane, all right. That's Cobb speaking.
Cobb, you're always eating your words and talking about marijuana. I'm talking about the ship, okay? We don't need to know about Mary Jane right now.
Yeah,
but it is
my mistake, my love.
Yeah, it seems like
I am not
very
your
fond
love.
of Sweet Mary Jane.
Very much.
All right. You don't need to talk down to me, Cobb, because you know what? I want to get off this ship. I feel it's stinky anyway. We've been here long enough, perhaps. With your permission, Captain, of course. Would it be all right by you if we explored the wreckage?
Exploring some wreckage? Well, allow me to escort you, Anita.
I love him. He's awful.
And he brandishes his blade immediately.
It is a fencing sword that I wrote down, but you can say whatever it actually is, Dan, if you have a different image in mind. What does it look like?
I feel like it would probably be a sword musket, seeing as I was a
That's fair.
veteran of the Great War.
So you were.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
No worries. Has it been decorated, or is it like battle worn and you're happy with the scars? What are we looking at?
I feel like he deliberately doesn't clean the blood off.
Oh, gross. Okay.
It is his own, though.
It stinks. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Well, for the sake of ease here, the NPCs will come along, but Cobb basically goes, well, you're not going to pay me nearly enough to go on to that cursed place. I led you here. I'll stand guard, shall I?
You sit this one out, old timer. Let the youngins take care of things from here.
Yeah.
Anita
He's
will
got no shame whatsoever. He's just kind of like sure.
Anita being a thrill seeker, she's gonna go headlong first. She's not waiting for anybody.
Yes. Thrill seeker internet means her archetype. So all of these characters have archetypes, and basically, Raakam is referencing that. And that will mean that I give you inspiration, Raakam. So basically, just kind of mark it down. It just means you get a bonus die once, but you have to call it.
I won't need it.
You have to call it beforehand.
Okay.
In Cthulhu. Yeah, you can just dive into the waves, and you can actually control your token. This is Anita here.
Yeah.
So I will just label them.
Perfect. I'm gonna
accordingly.
I make sure that my so I have a pistol, right? I have a revolver.
You do, I believe. Yes.
Yes, and I just want to make sure that it doesn't. I'm not sure if there's a way for me to make sure that gunpowder or whatever, the bullets aren't ruined, even though I get in the water. I don't know if there's like a watertight receptacle I would have or something to keep the gun relatively okay.
I'm sure you whatever ritual you're pretty used to this, I imagine. So awesome. whatever you think is appropriate, I will deem fine.
Perfect. I'm Anita Croft. I will dive in perfectly, make barely a splash, and I will just dive towards the ship, swim, and I'll call back if I get there before. Throw a rope. I can maybe move or drag something for you, Captain. I mean, you're not so young anymore. To make it easier for you to get across.
The captain would have definitely been fussing about the ship, trying to make sure that not going to run into anything, and we're pulling up nice and slow and easy, and then he just sees Anita dive off the front.
Yes. As this is happening, by the way, Anna will come up to you. Anna is Jane's niece, which you know, and she's a secret supporter of the Jane. What should we call this? Janeite.
Jadeite, I know that word. That's
Wayne. I was trying to come up with a pairing name, like the. But Anna does not have that kind of sly smile on her face that she normally has when like you're on the ship together. She actually looks quite concerned. She's like, Captain.
Yes.
She kind of looks over at Jane, and Jane. There seems to have been a previous conversation, and she seems to be tense. And you see the slightest glare from Jane as Anna approaches you. Do you want to make a psychology roll for me, if you don't mind?
Sure.
This is Cthulhu's version of insight.
Right. So I'm rolling a D100 or two.
Correct.
D10s?
D100.
D100. Beautiful. So that would be a 20, so a fail.
Okay, you've only got a psychology of 10?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no worries. So this is where your luck comes in, because I believe your psychology is 10. So you can spend, if you would like, 10 points of luck, which shouldn't leave you too bad off.
Why not? Let's go for it.
Okay. You can tell that she is... that something's bothering her, that there's been a previous conversation, and you've seen Jane and Anna have more private conversations than usual, but this is the worst you've ever seen her. She looks ill, like she's deathly pale.
Well,
also mark off that luck, and by the way, Raakam, yeah, oh no, you didn't make the roll, it was Dan. So Raymond, can you this is how we improve in Call of Cthulhu. If we ever play these characters again, just to get in the habit, what you do is, if you succeed in a skill by the dice, not by spending luck, there's a little box next to spot hidden. Tick that for me, and that means that you can improve that skill later on. Does that make sense?
That certainly does.
Excellent.
Good.
So yes, Captain, you have been with Anna long enough to know that this is somewhat concerning. What do you do?
Well, the captain would follow his list of priorities, and that being the boat, and then anything else. So he's going to fuss about the ship a bit more, make sure it's pulled up.
Oh, it's definitely all secure.
We're all secure.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yep, you're
Well,
all
then
good.
he'd probably sort of sidle up without being too obvious to his longing mistress, I guess.
Oh, you want to? No, Anna's the one talking to you.
Oh, Anna's next to
her
me.
niece.
Yes, my bad.
Yes. Yeah.
And you said they'd been chatting.
Yes, you've seen them have conversations. Yeah.
Right. What seems to be addling a fair Jane?
Jane's my auntie, sir. Anna's the one talking to you.
Oh, right. My bad.
I'm just mucking around. So actually, I'll label it because that's probably easier, isn't it? So, oh, you bastards! Someone moved the ship.
My fault. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah. So she will say, I don't mean to spoil Anissa's excitement and all that. I'll happily come along, but I've been talking to my auntie and I lost my husband a couple of years ago. The truth is, ever since that happened, I've had a feeling about certain places, about places that are significant. And this place, I don't like it, sir. It makes me ill.
Captain White, being a staunch atheist and not really believing in a whole lot of mystical nonsense, would just be, if my 54 years have taught me anything, it's to trust your gut. So, maybe you should stay on the ship for now, my dear.
Can I interrupt this from the edge and just, what are you doing? You're dilly and dally, please. I'm waiting.
Oh, this is happening while you're doing this.
Okay.
So Anita, give me a. Are you looking for anything in particular? You're looking for survivors,
Oh, yeah.
maybe?
I'm looking for, yeah, absolutely. I'm calling out, I'm punching things or
Cool.
breaking through things. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, you've got keen vision, which I believe gives you a bonus die to spot hidden rolls, correct?
It does, yes.
Okay. Do you want to give me a spot hidden roll with a bonus die then?
I will. 75 or 45, which is still too high, and I can't use my inspiration now, so I'll use my luck points to bring it down to 25. So I'll spend 15 luck points to bring it down.
15. Okay.
Oh,
no
sorry,
worries.
that's a lie. 20 luck points, and I'll bring it down to 25 to be a success.
Okay, no worries. So you have a look through, and you can see a couple of interesting things. The first is that there is a body down here.
I found something. I think it's a body.
And you also can see the ship seems to be somewhat lopsided, like it's keeling to one side slightly, and you can see
the ship
that
hit a tentacle or something.
you can see. Let me finish, and I'll tell you exactly what you see. You can see it seems to be on top of what looks like a very old-looking statue. The body itself, with that regular success, is definitely that of O'Neill, and he is holding a coin.
Okay. Any other details before I ask a question?
The body itself has been stabbed quite a bit.
All right, and is this so based on what I read, it might have been in the head, right? Because he got wasn't he hatcheted into the head, O'Neill?
Yeah,
or
there is that wound, and there's a bunch more wounds since.
Captain, you may Do I know if Jane or Anna are like squeamish?
Anna does not look well. Jane could probably get hit by a Mack truck and be all right. She's pretty strong.
Perhaps whatever you do, don't send Raymond over. I think he will immediately.
I do want to say that the moment Anita jumped in, Raymond has been frantically unbuttoning his shirt to follow her into the water.
Absolutely, taking your time with it. Yeah.
It's just you're pale like the sun, and it's I can't see. It's still reflective, but I'll pick up the coin.
Actually, sorry, Raakam, I'm gonna change something ever so slightly. The diary says something attacked O'Neill, not that O'Neill was attacked. Something attacked O'Neill, and then they tried to defend themselves.
Okay.
And Howard buried his hatchet in the head of the creature,
the attacker. Okay.
Of the but O'Neill does basically just has a combination of bite marks and sword wounds. Raymond,
Captain,
as this is happening and Anita's giving the spiel, you presumably are posing on the long end. I don't know enough about ships.
The moment I saw Anita go over the side and realized she was going to be first into the action, I thought there was nothing more for me to do than tear my shirt open and follow her in with my bayonet between my teeth.
Okay, as you put it in your teeth, can I get you to make a spot hidden roll, please?
Okay. So
and Captain, you can make one too.
D100 again?
Yes, please.
Does he dive headfirst into a cliff? Because that'd be hilarious.
That would be so funny. I've rolled an 81.
That's a fail, presumably.
Very likely, yes.
I passed just.
Just. Okay.
Yes.
As you hear Anita say, Captain, you can see a hand coming up from the ship. It is not O'Neill that attacks you, Anita, but several more bodies that you didn't have a chance to see that were lodged through underneath the ship around the statue area. This hand and this body that is attacking you, however, is not wearing modern clothing. And by modern, I mean 1933. These are old clothes, rags, the sort of thing that you might have seen in the illustrations of the stories that Lawrence has shown to you, Anita, Treasure Island and such.
It's the French.
Okay.
Swords at the ready, boys!
And you witnessed this, Captain, but what we're going to do is actually, well, fair's fair. Let's actually see if... Ooh. I think we will roll initiative now. So what this is you're going to make a D100 roll against your dexterity. Can I get some sort... I'm not sure if audio is playing, but some tense music, please, Master, if that's sort of hot. Let's... yes, so roll against dexterity. And remember, I'm going to be asking about regular, hard, and extreme success. So regular is under your dexterity. Hard success is half or less than your dexterity. Or an extreme success is 1/5.
And a bang on the number is still a pass?
Correct. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right, so stand by. Okay. So we're going to keep those answers in your head. Just stand by. Right. Let's give this a go. As actually, I'll save you the suspense. More zombies start crawling out.
No. Bother.
Okay. Actually, the first thing we're gonna do, keep those successes in your head, but we're actually gonna roll sanity because this is not normal. So, can I get, at this point, Raymond, like, once the attack happens, I think you see it as well. So everybody make a sanity loss, please. Sanity roll. So D100 against your sanity.
Mm-hmm. 70, so a regular pass, I guess. It's the same as my current. Is that what?
So what's the question, Matt? Sorry,
what's the result of the roll? Do we subtract or bang on or what?
Well,
we're trying to meet
roll a d100 against your sanity, and
Roger.
you want to get under, ideally, or just on is fine.
Sure.
But you can't spend luck on sanity rolls.
Roger that.
I failed.
Failed. Okay, so you lose 2 points of sanity. Mark that down.
Got it.
And think about how you react, right?
Yeah.
Because even though it's only 2, it's still a reaction. So what does that look like? I'll come back to you. Raymond, how'd you go?
I got a hard success.
Hard success. So you actually lose no points of sanity. You're just thinking probably something along the lines of like these people want to steal my girl or something like that. You know,
Yeah,
like.
If it's a whooping you're wanting.
But they do look like they're planning to do her harm in a mortal kind of way. And Captain White, how'd you go?
I got a regular success.
Regular success.
I believe his non-belief in anything supernatural sort of just clouds it, and he's just, nope, these are just regular men with ragged clothes.
Yeah.
Nothing to see
just
here.
hanging out at the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
Okay. So Anita, you're the only one to have lost sanity. So what does that look like?
It looks like to her it's a flashback to her mom is a nun, and she used
Correct.
to tell her stories of out of the Bible and things. And Anita has had and continues to have a very vivid imagination. When she was a girl, she used to have nightmares of demons and devils, and this is
God.
a flashback to that moment of like, my nightmares have come to life, and she flashes back to being a young girl for that brief moment before catching herself and immediately drawing her pistol, because nobody's coming at her like this for free.
No, absolutely. That is totally fine.
Like
Okay, so I'm gonna have a look at my zombie pirates. No, they are not very fast, as you might imagine. Let's go with it. Did anyone get an extreme success?
Negative.
No. Okay. Did anyone get a hard success?
yes.
Okay. Raymond, that makes sense. It's like, I'm coming, my love.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Love it. Stand by. Need a different pen. Right. Raymond first. Regular successes.
Yes, sir.
And Anita, you failed, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, I think the dice tell a good story. I rolled a 97, so I failed pretty
Okay.
badly.
All right, great. Captain, you are next. Then it will be the zombies. And then it will be Anita.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Okay, so Raymond, you are up first.
All right.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to charge the enemy.
Okay. I'm assuming you do the full-on dive two-handed thing, like
Oh, absolutely.
into the water. Yeah.
I'm going to make this look as attractive as possible.
Yeah. And by the way, like as you do it, you're like, oh, that was pretty shallow. Good thing I didn't just knock myself out. Right. So you dive in. Yes, you can gallantly stand in front of Anita if you would like, I would say.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Because Anita naturally would be backing up a little bit due to what's happening. So yes, please, what would you like to do?
First, I'm going to try and engage them in some witty repartee. Right.
Oh.
Not what I would have opened with, but I will say you boys look fairly undernourished, and this should be a very quick fight. What do they feed you on this side of the aisle?
Okay, so I'm assuming you're making a sword attack.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll against your sword skill, which is 75, I believe. I want Dan around all the time, Karen.
Until he has to find something on a sheet, and then it takes 2 years.
It actually should be at the bottom. Easy to reference. If I did my job, I may well not have. There's 2 copies, so I may well have sent you the
at the bottom
old
of the
one.
first page where it says.
Yeah, it should say fencing sword right at the bottom. No.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, what dice am I rolling?
D100 always, unless I say otherwise. So just try and get it under a 75.
It is under 75.
What'd you get?
56.
56. That's a regular success. So because of skills, your stats, you are actually better, which is why, by the way, I'm like, wouldn't this be funny? Because your stats gave you the benefit of hitting harder in melee, because you've got a damage bonus. So your damage is 1d6 plus 1d4. Whereas for a lot of people, it would just be a straight d6. It's a d6 plus a d4.
All right, well, we've got a 6.
Lovely. Good start.
And a 3.
Holy crap. Okay.
Take that!
I love it. Laughing every time like a video game hero on a mobile game with only one line.
Sick
Great. Okay. Stand by. So that was 9 points of damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. It's looking incredibly hurt. Okay.
More than it already was.
Correct. Now, Captain, you have a couple of options with your SMG.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can fire 1 bullet, which will be sensible. However, with full auto, which is a thing you can do, it might work. However, it is a risk because each bullet is goes up in difficulty. So it's a regular roll, and then it's a roll with the penalty die, and so on.
So do I? If I choose full auto, I can choose how many bullets to fire, but each bullet goes up in difficulty.
Full auto would mean an entire clip, but it would mean, I would argue, that you get to mow them down.
Right.
So you could choose to sweep it across and do it like that with your submachine gun.
Right. Well, I think the captain would take the sensible option and probably just try and pot shot from the bow of the ship.
Okay. So just a single bullet?
Yes, sir.
Or you could do 2 bullets with a penalty die, but yeah, that's an option too.
I think just a singular bullet for now.
No worries. The one that's already been hurt, presumably?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a D100 against your SMG.
That is a regular success, 60 to 75.
That will do it. Is the damage there as well?
It is a D10.
Yep. So here's the thing, Matt. This is what's going to be cool about this eventually is if you've got a clear shot, it's a 5-bullet burst, right? And then if you go full auto, right? Each bullet, if you end up hitting, if you get an extreme success once, you get extra impaling damage, which I'll explain later. But half of those bullets hit, right? So you'd be rolling 3d10 minimum.
Dice.
Pretty great. So give me a d10.
3 damage.
3 damage. Head explodes.
Oof. Pop. I imagine he's sort of one leg up on the side of the ship with a machine SMG at his side, just sort of pow.
Totally. Okay, that's the captain. The zombies are going to go here. 1's going to hit Anita, and 2 are going to go for Raymond. Now, Raymond,
come on.
You have the ability to either, and Anita too, there's something called dodge, right? Which is what you do if you want to avoid a blow. Or you can fight back, which means you can hit them back. Here's the thing though, okay? These zombies are coming at you. If you want to dodge, all you have to do is meet their success. So if they get a regular success, all you would need is a regular success. However, if you want to fight back, you would do damage if you succeeded, but to succeed, you need to beat them, right? So if they got a regular success, you would need a hard. If they got a hard, you need an extreme. If they got an extreme, you can't win. Does that make sense?
Fair. Yeah.
But yes. So let's start with Anita because only one is attacking at the moment. So
I shall choose to dodge.
Dodge. Okay, so give me a dodge roll.
And my dodge roll is 55. 13. That is a success. That is that's the middle success. I forget what it's called. The half
Hard
success.
Hard success.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is going to attempt to attack you with its cutlass, but you kind of just dodge out of the way, and it does not hit you. Now these guys here are going to attempt to attack Raymond. Raymond, are you fighting back or dodging?
Operative word. Yes, I'm fighting back.
Okay. So go ahead and make a fighting brawl roll, and I will tell you if you succeed. But I'm a big fan of creating paranoia in my players, so I'm not going to tell you what it is you need. You just have to guess.
Ooh. I think I've hit them pretty badly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I rolled an 8 on a D100.
Woo. Right, so that's a extreme success.
Yeah.
That's probably pretty likely to succeed, but you never. I mean, like, what's the point? I go like, yeah, you hit. So let's do some. Now, this is where I talk about impaling strike. So same with bullets. Sharp things that go into the flesh do. If you get an extreme success, do max damage plus your roll damage. So it's 10 points of damage to start with, plus a D10. Sorry, not a D10. So it would be 10 because it's 6 plus 4, right? So 10 plus a D6 plus a D4. Because that's your sword stuff.
D10, D6, D4.
No, so not D10. It's 10. It starts at 10. That's how much damage it takes because you got an extreme success. Right. Plus a D6 plus a D4.
Cool. Well,
Kapow.
Kapow indeed. Yeah, it's Batman. It's Batman sound effects all over the place. Yeah.
3 on the D6.
Mm-hmm.
1 on the D4.
Okay. Would you like to describe how you dismember this thing, or shall I?
How badly am I dismembering him?
Okay. Well, I imagine, and like, well, yes, and this.
Right.
Like it attempts to like stab you with his like knife and stuff as it's going for it, and I imagine that you sweep upward, and its hand containing the knife just goes missing at the elbow, flying, and
Yes.
then
I sweep my hair back out of my eyes. Say, is that all they're teaching you here? I'll show you a thing or two and finish him off with a harsh strike across the throat.
Yeah, amazing. And it goes down. And then finally, this one's going to make a roll and gets a fumble. So I'm going to say it goes prone on the ground. So this one goes down. There are 2 remaining. Let's go from the top. Raymond. Sorry, no. Anita, I should say.
Yeah. So with all of this happening, so this is in my mind's eye. She dives in. She gets jumped. Her dress gets caught. She gets spooked. She misses the dive of Raymond entirely. No idea. One of them gets popped. There's blood that splatters in her eyes. So she sidesteps, accidentally missing the cutlass. She doesn't see the heroics. And as she comes to, she sees Raymond in front of her. What are you doing? This is not how we do this. And then she pulls out her revolver. We'll target the one that's on the ground, and we'll just try to finish him off and
no worries.
blank shot in the head.
Yeah, because it is a point blank shot. It is a revolver shot with a bonus die.
Nice. So I'll roll it. That's a success, 38 or 38. Okay.
Yeah.
Which for me is just over. Dang it, 37 would have been a critical, or not a critical, but a
hard success.
Yeah. So just a success. So
yeah.
roll
Well,
a D10.
that's cool. Yep. D10. Yeah. This is pretty cool actually because of Raymond's fence work, it ended up right in front of you and it's going, and you just take a gun and shoot it in the face.
So 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. It is very hurt. Okay, amazing. Top of the round, Raymond. Someone's going after your best girl and he's about to bite her leg, see? What are you doing?
Right, there's only one way to deal with trash like this. Let's go. Same again. Straightforward with the sword.
It's gonna attempt to fight back.
And we have 66. That's not great. It's a success, but not a good
one. It's still a hit, so let's go for it.
So just adding the D6 and the D4, you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. 1 and 3.
Okay. That was the one that Anita already damaged. So yeah, you take it out. Anita, you just see a sword go through its head, and presumably Raymond is just kind of waiting for you to look at him.
Tensing every so often.
Just flexing.
And this one goes down. Captain, only one remaining.
He's going to take another single shot.
Yep.
Cool as a cucumber. And that will be a... Was it hard success for the middle?
Yes, for 50% or lower, it's hard success.
So it'll be a hard success.
Yeah. Okay, so that will definitely hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, massive damage. A 1.
Yeah, a 1. Okay.
Oh.
It glances off its shoulder.
Woof.
Okay. I'm going to roll a d6 here. Okay,
Twice.
Anita, are you dodging or fighting back, Anita?
Fight back. Fight back.
Fight back. Okay.
And I'll use my inspiration die that you gave me earlier.
No worries. It got a hard success, so you're going to need an extreme success to beat this.
84 is not going to do it. Let me roll with the extra die. 44 is success, but not hard or extreme.
Not a hard success. Okay, so it's going to go and stab you a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a touch.
Little stab.
6 plus a d4. All right. You take 4 points of damage,
Oof. Okay.
which you're pulp heroes, you'll be fine. If that was a Call of Cthulhu game, you'd be like, no, I've only got 12.
I mean, I've got 22, so I'm down to 18, but still,
Yeah.
let's.
You'll be
Owie.
fine. Okay. So it is Anita's turn.
I will grab Raymond, turn him around to face me, and tell him.
Oh, sorry.
Listen.
No. I apologize. Captain went, zombies went. It is Anita's turn. My mistake. Go ahead.
That's okay. I'll try to grab him and flip him around to turn to face me as I kind of put my arm on
Well,
his shoulder
hello,
while staring him in the
gorgeous.
face. And while you tell me that the gunshot goes off in your ear, which is probably not all that pleasant, but before doing so, listen, I know you like to flirt. This is not the time. This is not the place. I don't need a boy parading and peacocking right now. I need a man. And I'll take a shot.
Bloody hell.
That's
I
a
mean,
success.
barely felt it.
With a bonus die, because you're right in its face.
Perfect. So it's a hard success.
Although I gotta say,
Yeah.
artists, get to work, because that is a perfect pulp cover magazine image.
need a
Girl
man.
draped around a man, pistol in a zombie's face. That is straight out of Weird Tales. Let's go.
Oh,
Okay, yes, roll your damage, please.
So hard success. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Yeah, that takes it down. And everything is clear for the moment. For the sake of brevity here, because we started a little bit late, Anna will go up to you, and you receive, Anita, only 1 point of healing, but she does give you a bit of first aid.
Thank you, Anna. I'll take the handkerchief that she gives me and sort of clean the blood off my face.
Yeah.
But, it's only in you and Jane, really, that I can have confidence in. These men sometimes.
I am right in front of you.
And you can just right away turn around. I found.
Jane laughs. Anna just looks sick. She, and in fact, I mentioned the coin. Did you pick that up, Anita?
Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
fine.
point at the coin and the statue.
Then she will react to it and go. And she'll throw up. Captain, you're holding
Captain's-
the other one, the other coin.
No, you had me hold both coins at the
It
beginning.
wasn't me. No,
Ah,
it was
Anita,
Anita.
was in
you've
the
got them
diary,
both then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are of a set. They
Anna,
they look the same.
Are you okay? What is it about this coin that seems to have? The other one didn't seem to bother you. What's with this coin? And I'll
It looks
try
like
to
a bit of
approach her with it.
seasickness to me.
The captain's going to be not on the ship and sort of trundle her to the edge.
Yeah, she went to the edge. She went to the
Okay.
edge. Yeah. Yeah,
You
she
brutes.
she doesn't
Anna,
have
you're
any she doesn't have any answers. She probably told you in confidence, and I will be more specific. because
I got it.
girl talk.
Is she pregnant?
She is a psychic, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
She has something called psychometry. Not that you understand anything of this.
No.
She just kind of tells you that on occasion she will remember how she came across a series of bodies that you happen to find, like just that in your line of work that sometimes happens. And she could tell you exactly how they died.
The best way that I think Anita will understand this is like a mother's sense when you know that your kids are in danger but you don't know
Sure.
how. That's probably how I would interpret it. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Anna goes over to them, to the corpses of the pirates, despite her misgivings, gets into the water and just sits for a second. And her eyes kind of roll back in her head.
I'll hold on to her so nothing happens to her. I'll try to hold her hands. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. And a second later, she's back and she goes, I think Howard's in trouble. I mean, the shipwreck might have given it away, but he's out there, and these people, I know you're not going to believe me, but they're hundreds of years old. They're here, and they're screaming.
Right.
I mean, we just faced literally what you're describing. Anna, I believe you. Which direction is Howard?
I don't know. There's so many voices.
I don't hear anything.
That's just Raymond talking incessantly. It's nothing else.
Did I hear my name?
Stand by. She will say, actually, Captain,
Yes.
you would probably actually be able to make a fair guess, because this isn't your first rodeo on an island. If you were going to camp, you'd probably go further inland.
Of course, yes.
But I'll tell you what. If you're better at listen, you can go ahead and make a listen check, or a spot hidden, or a navigate roll, whatever you guys fancy.
I shall do a listen roll.
All right.
Or this is just the captain you said.
That is a failure.
Failure. How bad?
Regular bad? Not that bad.
What I mean is feel free to spend your luck. That's what it's there for.
Oh, no, I won't be.
Ah. How'd you guys go?
I got a hard success on spot hidden.
Hard success?
24
Okay.
out of 50.
24 out of 50.
And
Okay.
I got on spot hidden because I can get the bonus die, right, for my keen senses.
Correct.
I got a success, 17 out of 20.
Lovely. Okay. In that case, so you rolled spot hidden as well, Anita?
Spot hidden? Yeah, that's
Is that
correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll say you notice different things. Raymond, I would say that what you notice elsewhere is that those shipwrecks that you pass by, there is one to the right here. It's a little bit hard to see, so I'm going to show you with my laser pointer. There's one to the right here that you didn't have time to notice before. It is almost certainly a ship that it's more modern. It's not a pirate ship or anything. Okay. And you get the feeling, whatever your beliefs of normalcy are, you are one of the few people, by luck or happenstance or whatever you want to call it, that have managed to land here safely. For Anita, you can see sort of further ahead. You see this little area here? I've colored it in for the sake of ease. It's a metal slab. Sorry, not metal. Stone.
Just in the middle of the water?
No, it's further up.
Okay.
Further up in the green.
Okay.
So that's what you guys notice at this time.
Oh, I will say that on the map, it just looks like water. There's no island there.
There's what? No? Oh,
There's just
right.
a water background for us.
Ha ha. There you go.
It makes sense.
Hello.
Hello.
Right.
Sorry.
This changes everything.
That's hilarious. I'm so sorry.
Captain White takes a seat as his vision rushes towards him, and suddenly there's an island, and he's oh my god!
It's like a cat's people see.
It's been there the whole time. You have to stop drinking.
Good heavens!
This is real. This is real gaming, folks. You're just like, oh, I fucked up. Sorry.
Bloody Marys are not for breakfast, Captain. If somebody will accompany me, I see something.
I would
there.
be happy to.
Anybody else, literally anyone else, would be fantastic. But if you must, Raymond, I see something that has captured my eye. Also, this statue that the ship has run ashore against. Perhaps be worth investigating, but I must make ways, new things. I like to be first, you know how it is. And I'll hop off the side of the ship and begin marching with the gun in hand. So we just saw some weird stuff.
Yep.
Directly towards. Is it? What time of day is it, by the way?
I'd say it took you a couple of hours. It's probably about midday-ish.
And if I have like a if I have like a shade umbrella, then I'll pull it up because a lady must be stylish.
Cool.
And I shall make way towards the stone slab with whomever wishes to come.
You can move your tokens accordingly, gang. Go for it.
Beautiful. Captain White will. I'm assuming is Jane coming with us?
Yeah, they'll be there.
Okay, sure.
But like we'll keep the tokens here for the sake of ease.
Well, the captain would probably turn to Cobb and say, "You have the ship." Because I assume he's staying with the ship, right? He didn't want any part of coming aboard. Nope, you have the ship, sir. And he puts on like an explorer's hat, like one of those cream like
pith helmet. Yeah.
Yes, and sort of alights on the beach, and will follow Anita up.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Can we hear one more thing from Cobb before we go?
Well, you won't hear. Sometimes dead is bitter.
I just enjoy Cobb personally.
I enjoy him as well. Okay, well, what was I going to say? So you're all headed up to this stone slab.
Aye, sir.
Okay, no stress. Yeah, it's a stone slab. It's about 8 feet in diameter. Pretty old. At this point, I'm going to say it takes some time, Captain White, but the listen roll clicks in, and that is that you hear nothing. No nature.
Tinnitus.
Just water and no animals.
Oh. Seems to be devoid of life, this dreary rock.
But that is...
As you're surrounded in vegetation.
Yeah.
I'll pull out my diary again, or the diary. Listen, what you're saying. It said, here, look, in June 6th, the campsite at center of the island... No, this is not it. It is completely quiet. And it also said that there's a camp in the center of the island, a fairly large in size but strange absence of birds and insect, and camp sent at center of the island, but O'Neill hates that skull. I think this is obviously the island, but if we keep making way, we will find a camp in the center of the island. I'm not sure if we need to be heading there. It didn't seem to work out well for them, but perhaps our best clue.
Because Jane is with you, she would just go, well, naturally speaking, a skull is pretty easy to spot. So if we see one, we'll know we're on the right track.
I mean, we did leave a few behind.
Fair. I imagine he was talking about a disembodied one.
And O'Neill spoke of strange dreams, and there's no wildlife here, but he heard noises on this island. I think if we should spend the night here to find out what happened. I love spooky things, and this is perfectly, this is the place. I think we should find a camp. I'm not the captain, just a suggestion. And
it's like midday. It's like, let's spend the night here.
I think we make our way to camp, however far it might be. Try to find whatever they left behind. There's a statue there of Khadaidi. We find out what it is in this tentacle, and we see what we can...
We'll say for the sake of brevity that Lawrence and Anna are on that. and you find out that the statue itself looks kind of like a shaved gorilla, for the sake of brevity.
Looks like my uncle.
It has a weird kind of look to it. It has 5 digits, but it has kind of black holes for eyes, and it's definitely in a South American style. It also has a metal concrete slab at the bottom, kind of rectangular.
Is it possible? So I'm not the most well-read individual, but I do like to read, or perhaps I can ask Lawrence.
Yeah.
But do I recognize this as being... Lawrence, I've heard stories, I'm from Spain. I probably have told you many times from Madrid.
Yeah.
But this looks vaguely, perhaps from South America, Latin America. Have you seen it in your books? Is this Inca, Maya, something like this?
Does anyone here have a good archaeology? That's what that would be.
No.
Oh God, no.
Very no.
Okay then. So what we'll say is, I will roll, because I think all of the PCs that had archaeology you didn't pick, and we had 4, so let's be fair. Okay. Lawrence kind of looks at this and just goes, well, if I had to guess, it kind of reminds me of gargoyles.
No, what
and he looks at you, he sees your confusion, and he just goes, they're like on the Parisian churches, they're like there to protect, or
No, in Spain we don't have gargoyles or tentacles on churches. It's very strange.
There are no churches in Spain?
No, there are many
there are lots of
cathedrals.
churches,
I can tell you all about the cathedrals in Madrid where I go, but they do not have gargoyles. This is not. That is.
Well, think of it like what's a good way to put it?
I mean, I know what they are. I need a.
It's like a guard dog, but for like statues.
What could they be guarding? Look at the map, and I'll pull out the map. We had the map. Who gave us the map?
Cop.
Who has the map?
One of you. It doesn't matter.
Captain.
I'll pull out the map. Yes.
Yeah, don't give it to me.
Look. There are. Look, it is written here 3 statues. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
A pirate cove, which sounds like a drink. I'm not sure what it is. And we're here, and I'll point to where it says Pebble Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably, this used to be a slab for a statue. In the center, you can see where they made the camp. So, I don't know what it means, but there are 3 statues. I solved the puzzle. I don't know if it's a puzzle, but
looking at the map, you can tell that slab that you went, the original one, that's where the statue
was. Right, and the one that's in the wreckage doesn't have a slab underneath it. Did you say it's just sort of standing there?
No, it does. It has a rectangular base at the bottom.
Right. Interesting. Well, I say, we should probably make for the camp then. Ooh.
Do we want to, Anna? I
Yes.
trust your instinct more than anybody else's, especially Raymond's. It's terrible.
That's fair.
Do you think it is important to put the statue back where they took it from?
She will look at Jane, and Jane will give a understanding but kind of strict look at she is her aunt. She goes, I don't know. Maybe, but Howard's out there. We know that. I suppose it makes more sense to look for him first. That thing looks heavy. Cobb goes, I don't think the statue's going nowhere, but I'll keep an eye on it in case it makes a walkabout, huh?
And
Howard
was... Go ahead.
Go for it.
I was going to say, Howard was Captain White's good friend, wasn't he?
Correct. He's a friend of all of you. Yeah.
I'd say Captain White would be trying to push forward for trying to retrieve his friend from wherever he's lost.
Makes sense.
Very well. To the camp then.
All right. Can I get a navigate or spot hidden roll with a hard spot hidden roll? That's the word I'm looking for.
Who's leading?
All of you can make this roll.
Oh,
Cool.
ooh, that's nice.
Ooh. Yeah, everything is going over my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain
Hard
White is
success.
oblivious.
I got 11. Yeah, hard success.
Nice. With a spot hidden?
Yes.
Okay, lovely.
Thank God for that
Alright.
keen.
Yeah.
Keen vision, so good.
Yep. I'm glad that pulp talent's coming in handy. Do you guys know what your pulp talents do, Matt
Yes,
and Dan?
I also have keen vision, but even with the added die, still a fail.
Oh, you have keen vision too?
I do.
Ah. I don't remember giving you that.
I
But
have keen
believe
vision
you.
and gadget.
Oh, right. Yes. Gadget. Let me quickly talk about that because that is
Roger.
you've got a weird science device, Mr. White, which is one of the cooler things about Pop Cthulhu. So let me geek out a little bit. Stand by. Actually gonna give you the stats in Discord probably. Oh no, that's not what I want. So what I want. You've got a gadget in the meantime while this is loading. You can see on the map that it's sort of towards the center, so presumably that's where you're headed, correct?
I would say so.
Yep. That's fair.
Yeah, that's where I'm taking us.
Right. All right. Okay. You see a camp. If you are too zoomed in, zoom out a little bit, you are towards the center of the
Nice.
map now. Okay, and I will do some quick describing for you. Here with me. Obviously, you can see some stuff, but I want to make sure you get all the details. Here we go. So, you find yourselves in a large 30-foot wide clearing of flat moss and grass-covered stone. From your calculations in the map, you believe you're at the center of the island. Smell of damp rot is less noticeable in the open air, instead replaced by a crisp dryness that freezes your nostrils like a cold January morning. The sounds of the wind are muffled, and you can't hear the ocean. It's as if you're in a sealed room. The remains of Howard's camp is the first thing you see. His tent still stands, although it bears several large tears, and you can see that the sleeping bags are torn and ripped. A small camp stove is destroyed amidst the remains of a fire pit. Standing near the tent, as you can see, is one of the jadeite statues, most likely the one from the Pebble Beach. In the very center of the clearing, on a flat path of rock, is a wide, shallow bowl. It looks to be made of solid gold with intricate geometrical carvings upon the entirety of its surface. So this gold skull. Yeah. The bowl is filled with remains of old gray coal. So stand by. Oh, so there's a wide, shallow bowl, and there nearby is on a small tree stump is a skull with the lower jawbone missing. The teeth are rotten and black. Several broken and missing. The skull is a dull brown, the color of dried blood. Engraved on the skull are strange symbols. The strangest one on the forehead, a 5-pointed star with what looks like a flame in the center. So I'll repeat all that because that was a lot of information. Skull, and I put it inside the bowl for the sake of brevity. Skull has symbols on it, 5-pointed star right in the center, black teeth, lower jaw missing, golden bowl, statue.
This is it. This is their camp. And if we look at their notes, they were attacked by something that had a skull. Listen, I don't think it takes a genius to understand that these creatures that attacked us in the water are the same things that attacked them here. as to what they were doing with that skull and bowl. Do I recognize that's I have occult that's fairly high, I guess.
Yeah, make an occult roll.
That's okay. 29, which is a hard success.
What's your occult?
60.
Lovely. Okay. Tick that off. Yeah, you would recognize this as something called an elder sign.
Ooh.
It is. Yeah, Dan's happy. It's a protective symbol. The rest, with a hard success, all give the same kind of vibe of South American kind of mysticism. The purpose of the bowl and the skull, they seem connected in some inextricable way. They seem important.
Does it seem like the skull is providing protection against the bowl?
No, with a hard success, I would say it seems to be part of the ritual, whatever this was.
Okay. And they burned it because there's like black marks and stuff, right? Like some fire was done here.
No, that there is ash in the bowl, but with a hard success, I will tell you that seems to have been part of it.
Okay.
Like flame through the skull. Now, as this is happening, can I get everyone to make listen rolls, please?
That's never a good thing.
Maybe it's to listen to me.
Anyway, let me tell you about that thing I did while I was
I instantly choose to fail. All right, let's see.
Oh man.
Regular successful Captain
Bad
White.
fail.
Same, 21 out of 30.
I don't hear shit.
Okay. You guys hear a very distinctive sound. Like I said, it's kind of like another way of putting it is if you've ever been in a airlocked room, you know, like a sound booth. That's kind of what you're hearing around you.
Right.
And you had sort of gotten used to that. But then you hear a sort of
Like a harmonic kind of, like a resonance,
like a tuning fork. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
You see. Well, I'm going to show the art because it's awesome. You see this.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
And I'm going to show the token as well.
Oh.
There he is.
Oh, good.
Oh,
God.
dear.
It's not that big.
Okay.
I was going to say, that's too big.
Yeah, too big. And then you see another and another.
Oh, no.
Start to appear through a tear in what looks like the universe itself.
So sanity rolls?
Oh.
We will do that after the break.
Roger.
After the break. We're going to take a 5-minute break, everybody. I hope you're all having fun. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for all your generous donations. We will see you guys in 5 minutes.
I was having fun till they showed up.
G'day, everybody, and welcome back to the show. We're going to deal with some dimensional shamblers. Don't know why I chose this voice. Can't seem to stop. All right. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome back. So, when last we left our heroes, our heroes were facing down a bunch of gorilla-like things, which in the moment before you roll sanity, you're like, that looks somewhat similar to the statue.
No.
As you're rolling sanity, please go ahead and do that. Give me character got number. Character got success or failure for the sake of brevity.
Okay, sanity.
William White, a hard success.
Hard success. Okay.
Success, not hard success, but success.
A regular
39
success.
of 73, yeah.
Not good.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What'd you get?
I got a 67 for a 35
A 67.
sanity.
Okay. So can I
This
get
might have
you
been a bit
to-
too much for
well,
old Raymond.
Let's
Too much.
Okay, so you lose 7 points of sanity.
Okay.
Can I get you to make a intelligence check, please?
Oh, that's not his strong suit.
That might be a
Anita
good
knows
thing.
he's gonna fail. Anita knows he's gonna fail.
All right. We are on an extreme success for intelligence.
Oh.
So, welcome to Call of Cthulhu, gang, where things are weird. So, you didn't want to pass that. Because now you understand
no.
exactly what it was. Which means you have opened your mind up to the void. And you go,
dear.
oh no, oh no.
I was just
Okay.
boasting in the break about how
Exactly
well I was
right.
doing with my sanity.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Oh, God.
However,
All right.
what we're going to do is we're actually going to do something neat for you on your turn. So
Okay.
you've lost 7 points of sanity. The rest of you have lost. Stand by. What's the sanity loss? You guys all lose 1 point of sanity. Those who passed.
Oh.
Okay. I will go and get that book because my computer's not behaving for me. So I will go and get it in a minute. But now that things have been done, let's go. Something's been done. Let's go ahead and roll dexterity, roll initiative, and keep the numbers in. Keep the successes in your head, and we'll go from there. Stand by. Not the void.
The fathomless depths.
Okay. Right. Extreme successes. Anybody? Nope. Okay. Had success. All right. Regular successes.
Nicer.
Okay. What'd you get?
66.
Sorry. Rather, someone else got a regular. Who was that?
I got a regular as well. Yeah.
Okay. So what's your dexterity, Anita and Captain?
70 for captain.
70 for Anita as well.
Oh, I see. Both of you roll a d10. Whoever gets the higher one gets to go first.
6.
Okay, so Captain first, which is probably for the best because he's got the automatic weapon. You probably don't want to be in the way. And Anita. And then ASA failure, Mr. Raymond. So the Shamblers are going first. You don't know this, but they're called Dimensional Shamblers. Basically, guys, they are literally the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. All the abilities of tearing reality and all. They're great. So all of you get one. Congratulations. Free daring.
And they're able to pass through where the skull with the protective thing is, right?
Yeah. It's a funny thing. As you because you pass your sanity, I'll let you have this. Protective. Maybe against these things, but if it's protective, why isn't it working? Is what goes through your head for a second before you're like, oh right, fight or flight, monkey brain. Stand by. Cool. So let's start with oh right, that's right. Hang on, stand by.
I don't like
They're
that.
going to You shouldn't. Okay. So they're going to come at you, each of you. Are you dodging or fighting back? Let's start with Raymond. Dodging or fighting back?
Yeah, this will be interesting. I don't think he's ever panicked like this in his life. Just from muscle memory, I'm gonna say fight back.
Fight back? Okay. Give me a roll.
All right. 26.
26. Okay, that will do it. Yeah, you can make an attack back.
Something went right.
Hello, Raiders! Thank you so much for joining us. We're fighting against people. We're fighting against some dimensional shamblers at the moment as they are on a spooky ghost island. If that didn't make sense, that doesn't make sense to them either. So,
We're lost.
what was your damage, Dan?
My damage is 3 and 3.
6 points of damage. Very good. As you, however, pierce its flesh, you get the feeling that you didn't do as much damage as you could have. In Call of Cthulhu, it's some creatures have what's called armor. In D&D, armor is piss easy. In Call of Cthulhu, if something is armor, it's not good news because they just take less damage because of their armor. That's just how it rolls.
Yeah, damage reduction or damage resistance. Yeah.
Correct, Amundo. That is that one. This one's going to go against Anita. Anita, are you fighting back or dodging?
Oh, I'm dodging all day.
Okay, give me a dodge. Captain, you're up next, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Hang on, let me bring up. That's like a critical mega giga Chad success, I think. Let me just.
Mega Chad success.
I don't know what that means.
Mega Giga Chad success.
Can I use luck to bring it down to be a critical success?
You
no?
can,
Okay.
but you won't get the effects of it.
Okay, then fine. Then hard success. I got a 50.
Oh, you mean extreme success? Yes, you can do that if you're worried that I might hit you.
That's okay. You know what? No, I'll go with my hard success.
Yeah, that makes sense because chances are hard success is pretty generally hard, hence the name, to achieve. So all you needed to do is for a dodge is meet, not beat. So with a hard success, you do dodge out of the way. Captain White, dodging or fighting back?
I will fight back.
Excellent. Give me a roll.
Flat 50.
50, which is a regular?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
As you attempt...
Is this under my fighting?
Fighting brawl, yep.
Fighting brawl. Oh, no, that's a failure.
Okay. As you attempt to defend yourself, what are you doing to defend yourself? Hitting him with the butt of your gun or something?
Yeah, I was going to sort of like almost pistol whip with the SMG.
Right. It grabs your gun.
Oh no!
Hug and embraces you, and you watch as Captain White disappear.
Whoa!
What? Captain White, it's just gone.
Does the creature go with him or just him?
The creature goes with him, and the other two creatures look like they're intent on the same thing.
Oh dear.
Rip.
Yeah.
Maestro, can I get some
chat,
music
boys.
change as we change over to? Can we get some ominous music, please?
F's in chat for Captain White.
F for Captain White.
Oh no! Did I just get Battlefield promoted?
Promotion.
I hate those.
Give me a thumbs up when that's ready, Karen. And I'll... Great, thank you so much, Don. Right. I'm gonna change the music on my end too, because shit's going down. So, Captain, you find yourself in the best way I can describe it is that the air around you looks like gelatin that's melting.
What? Does that even look? Oh gosh.
It looks gross. It's like here's an odd metaphor. Have you ever seen a bald person in a really cold area and the steam coming off the top of their head?
I'm just gonna say yes.
Yeah, sure. It's like that. It's misty but thick.
All right, Captain, I'm gonna need you to taste test the air.
Okay. The creature has brought you over, this shambling creature, and in front of you, however, you see a familiar face as he starts to make his way over. He's running. You see a familiar face, a familiar fedora-tipped face. And this guy, Howard Winchester, your friend, looks not great. He seems to be like around, there seems to be sort of this kind of ghostly echo looking thing of a ship that seems to like change. It's kind of like looking through a kaleidoscope. And he's sprinting at you. It would be almost concerning if it weren't like for the desperate look in his face as he goes, "Willie, Willie, you can't be here, mate. You can't be here. You're gonna go. You're gonna go and find her. And he pushes you. And as that happens, you throw yourself back in front of Anita once again.
Oh, thank God I don't have responsibilities.
You've been now demoted again.
Oh, dodged a metaphorical bullet.
And let's go with the battle music again, please, Maestro. As Captain White
stumbles.
You tell me, Matt. Do you think that deserves a sanity roll?
100%. Captain White just boom, boom, and there was jelly, and then his friend
Captain
was there.
White, who looks fucked up, like he's got slashes all over him, blood coming out of his face and every orifice.
Terrifying, for sure. That is a very, very critically hard failure.
Failure. That's fair. Okay, I'm gonna say you lose a D3 worth of sanity for that, so you lose 3 points of sanity.
Sure.
I feel like the dice are letting us down now.
Well, that's how dice work, my friend. They are good, and then they are not so good sometimes. But Captain White, it is your turn.
No.
You've been told you need to find her, whatever the fuck that means. So what are you doing?
I've just been pushed out. I'm not on my ass or anything. Just in the grass. I'm still upright.
Yeah, you're slightly on the back foot, but otherwise you're good.
Sure. Well, I think Captain White would sort of just be blinking around. He's obviously lost a bit of sanity. He's not of his right mind, but he's just going to level his SMG at the horrible-looking thing next to Anita.
That's fair. Now, are you going full auto for this?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Now you've got. No, it's up to you. You tell me. You've got 30 bullets.
Yeah.
So you can just tell me how many you want to use.
I'm going to use 4 of them.
4 of them. Okay. Wow. So we're going to go this down the line. So give me a regular roll for starters. D100 against your SMG.
Regular success.
Okay, so that will hit. Mm-hmm. Second one is with a penalty die.
I take the larger of that, right?
Correct.
That is a regular success again.
Okay. Third one is with 2 penalty dice.
Another die. I'm glad I've got so many dice from.
Oh, actually, sorry. We're gonna say, because you're so close to it, we'll take those 2 regular successes, right?
Sure.
But you're point blanking basically in its face. So we'll keep those 2 regular successes, and we'll roll one more time. Roll, just for the sake of this, give me one more D100, the higher digit, because technically that penalty die shouldn't have happened. You might get a critical or an extreme.
That's just a regular success.
Okay, great. So 2 regular successes so far. Now we're doing 1 penalty die.
Sure.
Just 1.
Extreme success.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. I
got a 2 or a 2.
Okay. You got an extreme success. Okay. So that means that 2 of those bullets are going to be impaling strikes, and you've got a regular success. Roll the 2 penalty dice 1, as well. But no matter what, you're definitely hitting this thing for a lot of damage.
So I'm just rolling flat damage now.
No. So one more for the last bullet.
Oh. 21. So that's an extreme success.
Extreme is not 21. It's 1/5.
Oh, it has to be under 15. Yeah, sorry. So it's a half success.
Yeah. So you're sure that it was 1/5 for that extreme that you mentioned before?
Yeah. It was a 2. Cool. I rolled 2.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Tick that off, by the way. So fucking hell. So I love this game. 2 of those 4 bullets are going to be max damage plus a D10 each. So at minimum, you're doing 20 points of damage.
Oh, this thing.
But all 4 bullets hit. So you're doing 20 plus 4 D10, please. Holy
1, 2,
fuck.
3.
Just annihilate.
Let's go. We're going full auto, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So it was 4 D10.
We'll turn to Raymond and be like, "This is what I mean when I mean I want the man and not the boy."
This is the captain. This is why he's the captain.
I am not in the best headspace for this right now.
So I rolled 20 on the dice plus the 10, did you say?
So 4d10 plus 20.
So it added up to 20s plus 20, so 40.
40 points
40 all up.
of damage. Wow. Just out of interest, I'm pretty sure you kill it fucking dead, but let me just make sure.
I hope I do.
Yeah, let's hope
40.
so. Yeah,
Does he get a promotion for how hard he killed it?
I get another
I mean,
star.
he's
on my-
admiral of his own ship now. Yeah, sure.
I'm super admiral now.
Super admiral.
Super Giga Chad.
Giga Chad admiral.
Okay, bro, it's decimated. Like
Shredded.
I'm not going to say how many hit points it had, but it had far less than 40. Let me tell you.
Overkill.
Shreds, you say?
Holy shit. Okay.
I had holo tips in there.
So yeah, apparently you just watched this awful thing just turn into Swiss cheese. Okay. Well done, Captain. Let's give someone else a turn, shall we? Anita, your turn.
Well, I just saw this thing explode, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But that didn't seem that difficult. I don't know. I feel like I could do the same thing.
Totally.
I'm gonna shoot it point blank as well. The one that's beside that Raymond has already hit. That's a success, a regular success. For 10 points of damage.
Oh wow. Okay.
Nice.
So it only takes 7 of that.
Yeah.
But it does take.
Does moving away like? Is
No,
there the
you're fine.
equivalent- Perfect.
No, you're
I'll duck and roll away, and move towards the bowl. And if I'm allowed, what I'd like to do is grab one of the gold coins that have, or whatever coins that I have. And you said it's gold, right? Like the bowl is.
The
made
bowl
of,
is
like,
gold.
chemical.
Yeah.
Can I drop one of those coins?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Nothing seems to happen, but we'll come back to that.
Alright,
Raymond, it is your turn.
Right.
You've watched Captain White disappear, reappear, have his gun, take his gun out of his belt, and just hold it next to the skull of this thing.
Right, so yeah, Raymond is not
Holy
doing
shit.
great right now. He has
No.
just seen some shit and then...
Right. Hang on. You went
Yeah.
insane, didn't you?
I went
7
very
points.
insane.
Cool. What we're going to do is we are going to ever so quickly have a look at some insane. I think you're going to have a mania because that's how this works.
Add a little bit of trauma flavor to him.
Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to go with violence. A red mist descends on the investigator, and you explode in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction directed at their surroundings, allies, or foes alike.
That is so metal.
That's so... He's just gone
However,
full
it's for 10
berserker.
rounds, so you're going to have to.
10.
You're going to have
Hopefully
to.
you kill it this round.
You're going to have to deal with him in a second.
Oh no! Oh no!
As well as that, stand by because Pop Cthulhu is something else that's really cool, called Insane
God, what is he
Counts.
getting now?
So, when you go insane in Pop Cthulhu, you get to do some crazy Matrix shit, essentially. So
This keeps
this is
getting
the
better.
only time.
No!
This is the. I know. I love this game so much. Roll a d20 for me, Dan.
You got it.
Oh, you even get special dice now?
I know. Only time.
All right.
Crazy Matrix shit. Yes, indeed, sir.
We have a 19.
And 19. Let's go. Okay. We're gonna go with. Yep. This is pretty perfect. Insane brutality. And I'm going to describe this for you. You ready?
Beautiful.
I'm gonna chop you into tiny pieces. The hero rolls all melee damage twice and takes the highest result. The downside is that once they start hitting, they can't stop. They must continue until they deliver a killing blow. The only 2 things that will stop this is if they are either rendered unconscious or someone makes a hard fast talk, charm, or intimidate roll on them.
Oh, Anita's gonna knock me out.
Anita's gonna have to be a
she's gonna-
savior here. Yeah.
Just butter the pistol.
Yeah.
Rather than like trying to talk to her, just shoot him in the face.
Raymond's going to
Like,
sleep
Anita,
today.
I think he's unconscious. She's just still going.
yeah, I think
yeah.
you did it.
Pistol whip him, yeah. Okay, Raymond, what this means is, I'm gonna say, no, yeah, so you still need to roll the hit, but if you do hit, you get to roll the damage twice over.
Okay. All right, so Raymond's just foaming at the mouth right now. Just one eye's rolling, the other one's fixed on the thing in front of him, and he's just guttural.
Rapid.
All right. We are rolling.
Yes, please.
I'm too hopped up and I just miss it completely with the first swing.
Okay. What did you get?
I got an 82.
82. You can spend luck.
I can spend luck?
Yeah.
All right, so that's
what luck's for.
That's a reroll?
No, just
No?
make your luck go down by 7 points.
Okay. Done.
Okay. So instead of 1d6 plus 1d4, it's 2d6 plus 2d4.
Oh, wow. Okay. We have a 4, a 3,
7,
a 4, and
11,
a 1.
12. So you kill it, which means
Oh, no.
which means
Oh, no.
for 9 more rounds.
Anita!
Wait, does it?
God.
So you said that he continues to be enraged until he delivers a killing blow, right?
That's the insane brutality.
I'm still
okay.
just regular.
Yeah,
insane.
he's still insane
no.
for 7 more
It's
rounds.
normal insane now.
But I'm going to keep, because I like it, I'm going to keep the talking thing. And for Anita, because your turn is coming up in a second, for you, it would be a bonus die to try and calm him down with whatever
So you said it's
personalized skill
fast
you would
talk,
want.
charm, or what was the third one?
It
Fast talk,
was charm, intimidate, or persuade, I believe.
I heard fast talk.
Oh,
Charm,
fast talk, yeah.
and
okay.
intimidate.
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
wouldn't recommend that one.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, Captain, you can either, you can see Raymond is not in a good headspace, and he turns his head on you. And by the way, guys, when you're insane, I tell you what happens.
Great.
He turns his
We're
head
not
on
in
you,
control.
and he looks like he's charging at you as we speak. So, what would the captain like to do?
Well, the captain is not good at any of these things. However, I feel like he would definitely try to reason with the raving madman running at him. So
Okay.
he'd probably try and persuade him to stop running. So, what are you doing? What are you doing,
Yeah.
Raymond?
Yep. You can give me a persuade roll. I'll give you some options because I'm just looking at what's around you. You can give me a persuade roll. You can give me an intimidate roll with a bonus die because you are his captain. Or you can attempt to aid Anita in some way to give her another bonus die, but I would like to know what that is first.
I think I'll just go with my initial sort of backpedal and try and persuade deal. Because Anita doesn't look like the type of person that needs or appreciates a whole lot of help, especially when Raymond's concerned.
Fair.
So
Fair.
yeah, I'll just roll a persuasion roll, I guess.
Yep.
Oh, that's so not what we want. That's
That's why I tried to give you other options.
yeah. Look, no, I'm going with it. 89.
Okay. I assume you back the fuck up.
Backpedaling is Raymond. It doesn't manage to get anything else out. It just
Excellent. Okay, Anita, it's your turn.
I am going to try a little sneaky. I wanted to pretend like I'm going to charm him to lure him in, and then when he gets close, outright just knee him in the nether region to make him keel over.
Yep, that's fine. Make
Is
a
that-
charm roll with a bonus die.
Come on, Big Daddy.
I believe.
37's a fail, but bonus die. Oh no, that's not good. 37. I will, if allowed.
Yeah.
I will dump. That's gonna no, it won't drag me below 22 points.
22 points of luck. Yeah.
37. I need a. What do I need? Some crazy.
You need a
number.
hard
15?
success.
Oh, I need a hard success.
Yeah.
So I need to go to 7 with this.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man. So what I say? 37. So I need 30 points, which leaves me at 30 sanity, which is just or 30
luck, which is exactly
because
what you
I die.
need.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll choose to succeed.
I mean,
and
Anita, please feel free to describe what this looks
I will
like.
instantly turn.
And action. Raymond and Anita, go.
Raymond, look, I seem to have dropped something, and I will, my shoulder will reveal itself for just a brief moment. The light will hit my hair, my raven hair will turn
that's
almost
good
like,
television.
and my shoulder will appear, and my lips will be particularly plump as I
are. Yeah, baby.
I need the man to mansplain something to me that I know already anyway. Please come and save me from my own inadequacies. Oh my god. I need a strong man with no shirt and no talents whatsoever. But you, please come here, Raymond. And as he approaches me in his rabbit state, I will pretend to embrace him, look deep into his eyes before
Raymond, you absolutely fall for this.
Before driving my knees exactly into the pair and just make him keel over.
Okay.
Quiet down, yeah.
Trust me when I say, ladies and other people who do not have a penis, that is definitely at least 10 rounds worth of pain. So yes, you keel and vomit a little on your chest. As you recover, and you guys are back to where you were. Anna, who I'm going to say is with you, opens up her mouth at this point, and says, in a voice that is not her own. In fact, it is distinctly.
Oh dear.
It is a deeper kind of female voice, as she goes, "You are looking for me. Follow the path, go down the caves. I will be waiting for you there. This island needs protecting. Look for me. I will find you there." And Anna just comes back. She's like, I just saw a woman with a head wrap. She had tattoos. Pure white. She looked like a shaman.
Do you know where? And I pull out the map. Is it the Pirate Cove?
Yeah. She points right at it like her body isn't her own.
Well, do we need to rest for a moment, Captain? You
Yes.
seem never mind Raymond, who never mind, nobody cares. Captain, you were so brave when you came back and shot this creature just like single-handedly. It was so amazing.
Captain, where did you go?
I saw Howie. He was all cut and bewildered, and he pushed me, and then I was back here, and then I just shot, and he's just sort of like wide-eyed, because he did lose a bit of sanity, so he's trying to get his grips back on the earth. It's all happened very quickly, and he's Howie is somewhere. There was like gel and smoke, and it was dark, and I don't know. He said something about she. I guess this is the she.
I won't take
Jane
pity on.
sorry, go ahead.
No, so I want to, despite the fact that she doesn't hate Raymond, and Anita will actually come over and clean off the vomit off his chest, and she will say to him, when he, maybe if he's sitting up or something, she will say to the effect of, I do appreciate your help, and I know you mean well, but there is a time and a place, and this is neither the time nor the place. Perhaps if and when we leave under the behest of the captain, and we are holding on one piece,
We'll leave.
then you and I, perhaps we can go for a drink or dinner or something. But just keep yourself safe. Look after yourself. Look after Anna, and I think we will make it all in one piece. But just stop doing dumb things.
Well said.
You're a good man.
For the sake of brevity here, because Jane would be having a look at this, do you want to make a does anyone have good appraise for starters?
No.
No, none of you do. Man,
50. Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, give me an appraise roll. With a bonus
50.
die.
Okay. 32 success, just a regular success.
Okay. This skull, if nothing else, you're convinced it has something to do with whatever the hell is going on. But it is also very valuable. It looks like it might be worth... The bowl looks like it could be worth... And this is 1933, remember. it could be worth $2,000.
Oh my God, that's
A
a lot.
lot of money.
Here's my hot take, which doesn't exist as an expression in 1933, but we will pretend.
It does now.
This is
Yeah, you've invented it. Yeah.
My fuego take.
Hot take. Hot take is
Fuego take.
is a dish best is served in Madrid.
Exactly. Fuego take. I
Inspiration.
believe perhaps let us take the skull. I'm not sure about the bowl if it can take it, but maybe we should take it with us to wherever we need to go to find this woman or this person that Anna is pointing to, and that you say the vision or your dream or whatever you saw told us to look for. It seems silly to disregard all of it. So despite the fact, perhaps, Jane, I know you will complain, how do you fund these trips? It's expensive, maybe it's worth some money, but the dead can't spend money, and if we don't need it or they don't need it in the end, perhaps you can take it.
Oh, I've got no complaint, my darling. None whatsoever. We will make good money out of this yet. After all, that's what Howard sent us here for in the first place. We should honor his memory, if nothing else.
But isn't
Howard's
Captain, you said you saw him.
how he's alive.
Yeah,
We're
very
planning,
much-
and we're planning to rescue him. I'm simply saying that we there's no reason to be poor and not rescue him.
That's fair.
I think the sentiment is shared by the entire crew.
Yeah. Okay. So for the sake of brevity here, you can take the bowl and the skull. It is easy enough to do, especially with 3 extra NPCs. They can carry whatever you want. Let's see. That is about what you managed to notice as Anna seemingly possessed. Like her eyes are still up in her head. Occasionally you hear this, what seems kind of like it's a Caribbean accent. Just kind of going like, it isn't far now. But it's kind of echoey coming out of her voice.
Can we talk to that? Can we talk to that person? Like, do they answer if we talk to Anna, or is it Anna that responds?
No, not so much. She will, like, it's not like she's deaf, whatever's possessing Anna. It's like she's just trying to get you there fast. There's something
but who is
going
this person? Who like, why should we believe them? Like, can we question them a little bit, or do we just want to blindly follow
You
this
can, but
person?
Anna's leaving with or without you, so
Right.
she's moving. So
All right, everyone, shake it off. Let's go.
Captain White's just going to sort of dab his forehead with a handkerchief. He's just sweating profusely and just sort of shoulder the Tommy gun and start marching on. I guess onwards.
All right, 2 seconds.
But to your point, Raakam, if you ask who she is, she will introduce herself and she will say, "I am Mama Flay, protector of this island, and I need your help."
What happened to the other that were here? We read the diary. Maybe they met you and you lured them in. It was a trap, and you sank their ship. Why should we trust that you are what you say you are?
I suppose you cannot, but I would like to have this conversation in person.
Captain, I will follow your lead.
The captain's just going to look at. I assume that Jane holds the most sway over the captain in most of
That's
what he
fair.
does when he's not on the ship. So he's just going to sort of look to Jane to see.
Okay, yeah,
her
Jane will
reaction.
basically go, "We don't know what the fuck is going on. This person seems to. Let's see what they have to say."
Sort of gives a nod and follows. I assume Anna would be just sort of shambling off in a direction.
Yeah, and by the way, it seems to be a polite possession if there is such a thing. Like,
Of course, just a nice one.
Which
As
is
you
to
do.
say, like, she doesn't like. She actually stops and tries to explain and blah blah blah. And occasionally Anna will come through. It seems like it's symbiotic rather than a taking of. Anyway, you guys find yourselves at the. Well, actually, I need a navigate or track roll from you guys, please.
Oof. A hard failure from the captain.
Okay.
Same. And he's a street. Yeah.
Regular success on a track.
Oh, nice.
As you make your way along, you can hear that familiar sound. And looking behind you, you see a couple of those creatures seemingly like kind of stalking you. Do you guys pick up your pace? How do you react to that?
More sweat.
If we can see clearly, and it's not like nighttime, because I think it's been a few hours, so it's probably like what, 3 p.m. or something.
Yeah, I'd say 1:30, 2 o'clock. Yep.
Okay, perfect. I think if Anna can sustain it, maybe we run. Okay. The captain being teleported away was terrifying.
The captain's not ready to go back.
Raymond's gonna.
Howard
take
might
the
not
rear
be there
guard.
to put you back out. Yeah. Okay, no worries, Raymond. That's fine.
Which direction are they coming from?
It's more just flavor, but yeah, I'll actually well, you guys end up on this part of the island. Stand by. Eventually you find yourselves, hang on, let me just refer to the map, Pirate Cove. Yeah. Okay. This is much larger than what I have here, but eventually you find yourselves at a sort of cave entrance right about here. Somewhat hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys have run. You maybe saw in a much slower kind of stalk some zombie pirates as well. Yeah, you guys can see the opening to the cave. Do you go down? And if so, are you going quietly?
Are these things still stalking us behind?
You have lost sight of them at this point if you went on a full-on sprint.
Sure.
I gotta play the character. I'll go absolutely first, and no, I'm not necessarily going super quietly. I start calling out for.
Anita's brave, but she's not stupid. So if she thinks that there might be like danger, she could still be quiet if she wanted to.
Okay, then. But we want to try to find Madame Flay, right?
Yep.
How big is this cavern entrance?
I'd say you could probably fit 2 of you somewhat snugly adjacent.
And do we have any torches or anything to make light?
Oh, you guys are treasure hunters. You would have had everything you could probably think of. In fact, Mr. Matt, I...
Captain White.
Sorry. Captain White.
People.
I would like to know, I have some options for you as far as your weird science gadgets.
Let's go.
I have some stuff you could use. Or if you like, you can tell me something suitably pulpy that you would like. Tell you what, would you like me to tell you the options?
Sure.
And if none of those sound fun, you tell me something and I'll tell you if that sounds credible.
Roger that.
Sound good? Yeah.
Sure.
Stand by. So we've got pulp. Weird science.
Weird science. And Raymond, I'm terribly sorry for picking on you.
It's all right. I feel like he was asking for it.
It's in the character sheet. It's in my character sheet. So.
Yeah.
Weird science, page 86. Okay. And by the way, Dan, if you go insane again, you can actually choose to go insane, and activate that talent whenever you like.
Oh.
But you would go insane, so you're not necessarily in control, but you do get some extra cool shit.
Kind of like Wolverine.
I'm gonna pick a couple of things that are appropriate for what's going on. So we've got, I reckon. You could have a ghost detector, Matt.
Ooh.
You could have a linguistophone, which is holding it up to your ear. You get to hear other languages.
Oh, please tell me it's an ear trumpet with antennas.
It's got to be an ear trumpet.
Perfect. Exactly. Yeah, and it's suitably like copper colored and stuff. It's great.
Nice.
There's the portable telephony device. 2 black boxes, each measuring 12 by 5 inches, weighing 20 pounds. Each box is self-contained. A 3-foot coiled cable extends from the top of the box, which forks into smaller cables. At the end of the cables are a listening trumpet and a speaking box. 2 users may speak to one another through the devices at a distance of up to 1 mile. That's something.
Sure.
Brain enhancer. It looks like a shower cap.
That.
It looks like a shower cap with dozens of glass valves inserted into it. When worn over the head, allows the user to comprehend the written word at accelerated rates. So those are some options, or would you like something else?
I tell you what popped into my head.
Go for it.
And you can tell me no, absolutely not. But the taking it inspiration from Stranger Things, the headphones with the music to sort of like counteract insanity. So I feel like maybe like a small portable record player or something that you could just sort of like put on and make like an easier role to sort of counteract maybe a limited use insanity would be kind of cool.
That's kind of neat. I'm going to say that's a side effect though, because you haven't encountered anything crazy up to this point.
True.
But I'll say that it gives you a bonus die, but I'll also say that you can hear better as well. So like you can make a bonus die to listen rolls, and you can turn it down so that like you can have a bonus die to sanity, but it means you can't hear shit, which means that you'd be rolling with a penalty die for combat because you're like, what's going on?
So hear the unseen, but it mutes everything else.
Pretty much.
Kind of thing. You're right.
Happy with that?
Yeah, sure.
Cool, great.
Can it be used on someone else?
Yeah, you can give it to whoever you want.
Fantastic.
Yep. All right, great. So let's go down the caves. Changing maps.
So who wants to lead?
All right.
So if we're gonna do 2 by 2, because we know that we can go 2 abreast, right? So I wouldn't mind going up front.
I feel like we need the submachine gun in the front.
Yes, I'll stand up next to Anita and sort of push Raymond to the back. I assume he'd try and sidle up next to her immediately.
No, he's had sense knocked in.
He's had a knee fall.
He's chilling out.
All right, so I have a pistol in my right hand and I'll hold a torch in my left, so it casts like fire and some visibility. And then I guess the plan, are we quiet or should we call out for Madame Bobby Flay?
Mama Flay.
Mama Flay.
Yeah.
I'd say in the darkness, probably caution is advised.
All right.
Young Anita.
You get the impression, by the way, from your research, William White, that if the map is called Pirate Cove, it's probably called that for a reason. This might be where the ship of Blackteeth Keetes somehow ended up, which has been looked for centuries.
Right.
And with that, I'm actually going to give you this for free. Centuries missing ship, missing pirate captain, and pirate wearing dudes.
Connection? Potentially.
Yeah, well, you haven't gone insane yet, so it's up to you whether you like believe all that stuff, but like it's niggling at the back of your head. You're like, something's not right about this.
Noted.
So
I'll call Josh the pirate.
Something's amiss.
I should have made a NPC called Josh. Shame.
Not too late.
There's still time. He could
be the zombie that got
away. maybe that. Well, I mean, it's only one letter. Fuck it. Captain Josh Blackteeth Keetes.
Nice.
His name's John Blackteeth Keetes. So Josh, it's Josh now. Deal with it, internet. All right. So you're heading for yes. So give me a stealth roll, please.
Wow, success, 18. Nice.
Amazing. Tick it off.
Critical failure.
I am extremely loud.
Yeah, just so unbelievably clanky.
All right. Can I get Maestro, if it isn't already, I might have mentioned cave sounds or some such, or just ominous music, either or. Thank you for your patience.
Cave map, by the way.
I beg your pardon?
I can't see the cave map.
It is in front of you. You are at the bottom left. So zoom out and you'll see my little laser pointer, or it might take a second. If so, that's all right. Can you see your faces at least?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Excellent. And Karen, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see the map okay? Am I good to proceed? Wonderful. Okay. So going down the cave tunnels. Some people are louder than others. Okay. So let's put on our narrator voice, shall we? The cave winds its way downwards, and the stones soon become slick, the walls dripping with moisture, the air colder. The passageway opens up into a vast, water-filled underground cave. The sounds of constant dripping and waves splashing against rocks echoes around you. It smells musty, with a strong scent of wood rot. Light penetrates from a number of places, from small holes in the ceiling to narrow sea caves out to the ocean. At the far end of the cave is a ship, a two-masted ketch. It is old and in bad shape, lying low in the water. The main mast broken off and fallen over the side, and the sails naught but mostly unraveled, rotting sheets. 2 lifeboats are sitting on the waterline beside the ship, bobbing with the tide. Hanging limp from the secondary mast, there is a flag, and you see enough of it to make out a white skull with black teeth. The flag of Captain Josh Blackteeth Keetes. Getting to the ship might be treacherous. One can swim or even scale the side of the rocky cave wall, but you guys are going down some tunnels, so let's deal with that. So, for the sake of this, you would know enough from your research, Mr. Captain, sir, that a place like this probably has traps. So
Of course.
I will let you guys make whatever roll you would like to keep an eye out for said traps.
Spot hidden.
Way to go.
Beautiful. A strong success.
Hard success, you mean?
Whatever the middle one is.
Hard.
Hard, yes. And the last one's extreme, isn't it? So yes, a hard success.
Mm-hmm. Hard success. Dan, what'd you get?
Extreme fail.
Okay. And Raakam?
Fail.
Nina? Okay, good thing Captain's here. So, Captain, you said you're at the front, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Next to Anita.
You see a trigger for a rope trap. Essentially something that would smash you against the rocks if you weren't going to carefully move around it. Let's see here.
I'll point it out to the oblivious crew. Watch your footing there, lads and lasses.
I'm going to say that one's easy enough to overcome because you passed by it.
Sure.
I know you're actively looking for traps now. So... stand by. Which direction would you like to go? Once I open up the tunnel a little bit, that will make a bit more sense. So you can go this way or this way.
Whichever, I would assume whichever the direction more light is coming from. Is there any light?
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yep. No, but I'll say it probably has a downward angle. I'll let you have that at least.
Sure.
Okay.
Are those cannonballs on the floor?
They are, yes.
Ooh.
Do we see them, or is that just for flavor?
You do. They're there.
What flavor are the cannonballs?
Metal. Metal and rot and mold.
Original flavor.
Yeah. Standard aged.
Yeah.
Sour cannonballs. By your description, the ship that's low lying and stuff, is it to the north on this map, or is it in another direction?
This direction.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Captain, is our priority to find the ship or to find Mama Flay?
Is Anna still afflicted with possession?
She is, and Mama Flay says it is one in the same.
All right, well, that answers the question.
Yeah, there we go. I assume we just proceed onwards in the downward direction.
Yep, not a problem.
Unless anyone would like to do anything else.
Can I get another spot hidden roll from everyone, please?
Oh, hang on. Die on that one. I'm gonna use my keen vision because that was a horrible roll and it did not help.
You should use it every time.
Yeah.
That's why you have it.
Fail.
Yeah, it's a fail for Captain.
Did anyone pass? All right,
No,
I didn't.
I'm gonna use luck to pass mine then.
Okay. So for the because you spent on luck, I'm going to say under the circumstances, I need everyone except Raymond to make a dodge roll then, please. As a swinging log with metal spikes comes out.
Hard success.
Okay.
Hard failure.
Okay. And Raymond spotted it just in time. So,
Am I able
Captain,
to save the captain?
if you want to take half damage.
Yes.
Oh, very brave.
Heroics.
3, 5, 7 points of damage, reduced to 3 for each of you.
Okay.
As you quickly pull him out of the way. For the sake of brevity here, you see a couple more traps that you do manage to circumvent. However, this one, as you're passing by, you see in front of you, above you, you saw a bunch of cannonballs that were probably going to fall on you had you activated the trigger mechanism. They're actually, I'm going to say you spot all these because we're running out of time. You do see that there is a net that was ready to go that would have, had you not spotted it heroically in time, Raymond, stopping Anita just before she did it. Why not? There was a net trap that would have held someone underwater.
Ooh, nasty.
But as you can see, there are ways around. And you guys make your way to the ship.
Making my way downtown to the scary lady in a ruined boat and its dark hound.
So there it is. Now what we're actually going to do is I've actually got a nicer ship over to the left. So if you zoom out all the way, you'll see what I mean in just a second.
Whoa.
I worked hard on this.
We appreciate it.
That's all right. It's mostly just like I know it. Oh no, the water. Okay, all good.
I'll zoom out all the way.
All the way, not just a little, all of it.
Okay.
There we go.
So there's the ship. You are on it. For this again, for the sake of brevity, the thing noteworthy up here is the cannons, which I'm going to draw very poorly. Stand by.
I bet they're going to be awesome. I don't believe
They
you.
are.
I think they're going to be great.
You're a master artist.
I appreciate. Oh yeah. They are. Oh, you can't even see them. Well, can we do that?
I saw the yellow then.
Maybe. No.
Vanish.
That's unfortunate. Uh-oh.
Demogorgons, they've got the ship.
Okay.
Oh no!
Hang on.
Gonna get
While
on
he's
there
trying
with
to
bald
cannon-
man
Where are my
jelly
heroes?
on it.
Yeah,
While he's
poor
Heroes are
man.
gone.
Misty head jelly.
Okay, stand by. Stand by. Oh Lord.
While we're fishing for our people, I think Anita would be suitably impressed by Raymond's sudden attitude change.
Yeah.
Mm,
There
And
you
that
go.
a child always does things and looks for approval and boasts about it, where an adult will simply do the thing that needs doing. And
Oh.
I feel like you're growing by the very minute, Raymond, and I'm proud of you.
Wow.
Well, I had a good teacher.
Yeah, Captain's gonna clap him on the back and say, thank you for assisting me.
Anytime, Captain.
Oh, very sweet. Why can't I make this thing what I want it to make? All right, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna.
The thing's not
just
doing
deal
the
with
thing.
It. It's not
the
doing
power
the
of
thing I want it to
imagination.
do.
We're on the ship. We're on the ship.
Yeah,
it's fine.
you are on the ship,
and the cannons are just
the cannons
enormous.
are solid
Biggest
gold.
cannons I've ever seen.
I'm gonna draw it
Best,
on
best
the
drawn
water.
cannons.
It's just
The
There
best
you go.
cannons.
Yay! Doesn't look like a dick and balls at all. Okay.
That's a cannon. I've never seen a better cannon ever.
Okay. Yes, they are solid gold cannons. But which is what I was alluding to that whole time.
That was 1930s
coming down.
Gangster.
Coming down, you see a woman resting on a hanger amidst a whole bunch of crew stuff. And you see a body of someone familiar to you, with 2 coins on him. You see the body of Abel, the fella that I think that was his name. The fella, for the sake of brevity, the fella that transported Howard in the first place. He is holding. Yes, that's right.
Classic Abel.
Roger.
Yeah.
Typical.
He did die from pirate zombies, and there seem to be a couple more that are just kind of hanging around, barely kind of paying attention to you at this time. Cool. So let me just move this tokens in. Hopefully they work. They do. Fantastic.
Does it release Anna when we arrive here?
It does, because you see this woman here, and I'm going to make her big because she's pretty. There she is. Mama Flay herself is right there.
Now, is that just her name, or do we need to be worried?
What do you mean?
Flay?
Are you going to flay people?
Oh no! If you let's say you actually ask her that, because that's funny. She'll go FLE, child. FLE.
I thought she was related to Bobby Flay, but this is different. Okay, that's fair.
Right. So, for the sake of brevity here, she will go. She will look at all of you, and she's a beautiful lady. She is holding a dagger. She is not holding it aggressively, but she says it. She says to you, "Stand by." She says to you. Actually, I think it's probably more fun if we show, don't tell. So Anna's eyes kind of open up, and all of you kind of see a actual flashback kind of appearing in front of you. And you see Captain Josh Blackteeth Keetes sailing along the seas with Mama Flay, some sort of spiritual advisor. You see flashes of images. You see these pirates arriving at this island that is not the island that you're on. It is definitely on the Caribbean side of things. You see that they encounter these statues that Jack neglected to mention had slots in their foreheads, circular slots. And they had coins in them. They pried them out and took the bowl with the skull. They pried them out, and all of a sudden, these shamblers start appearing towards them and attacking them every other day. The pirates are desperate. Mama Flay knows what this means, and she kills every single pirate remaining, including Captain Josh Blackteeth Keetes, takes his skull, skins him, takes his skull, and puts an elder sign on top of it to protect the world from what these pirates have unleashed. These zombies are here to serve that purpose. They don't want anyone on the island. They don't want anyone messing with it. However, people have, in the past 20 or so years, talked about an island appearing in and out, right? This island is where the pirates ended up off the coast of Massachusetts due to the unpredictable magic that Mama Flay was using. So they ended up on this other island, not in the Caribbean, but where you are. And in the past 20 years, a shipwreck has knocked one of these statues, the one that was probably bobbing in the water, and made it appear and disappear.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's unstable.
Right. And Mama Flay just kind of sitting back and watching her work. And she looks a little bit sad that it had to be done, but she did, however you want to react is up to you, but she did kill these people. but they did mess with stuff they didn't understand. And she says to you after you've witnessed all this, the statues must have the coins put back in. They must be put in their proper position, and the skull must be in the center of the island. This is imperative.
We really shouldn't have picked that up.
What happens if it doesn't? What is the worst outcome?
These Shambalas, these things that took you for a ride, Captain White, they will take as many people as they can, feed on their psychic energy, and release the Watcher.
Speaking of which, Howie, how do I get to Howard? He was in this place. I was taken there.
Howard will return upon completion if everything goes well. He is in the other place.
Right.
Sorry, psychic energy.
Anna just kind of goes, probably what I was feeling.
There's more than just you?
If your friend, pointing to Anna, had lived in another lifetime, she would have been heralded as a god. Now she must keep it hidden. It is a shame.
Right. Raymond's got
So what you want from us is to then go to the statues, put the coins in, put the skull, put the ball, whatever, in the center of the island, and then what?
Put the statues in the right position, put the coins in, be prepared for the ritual. It will take energy and possibly even blood from you to make it happen. If you are successful, everything will be back to normal. And whoever takes up the dagger will become the gatekeeper of this island.
Isn't that your job right now? If we do all of this, does it mean you are free and then the next person is doomed to take care of this island?
It will mean I will pass on. You are free to leave as you wish, but you will be responsible for this island.
Huh.
I mean, we don't
She
have
telling
a
the
lot
truth?
of choice.
Psychology.
18. What's my psychology? Please be good. Please. 20. Yeah, success. Not a hard success, but a success.
Okay. She, without reservation, showed you brutally murdering a couple of pirates. So you get the feeling she's not too interested in deception. Like, she would probably make herself look better if that were the case.
So, our choice is rescue Harry, but one of us has to stay here.
No, you
Forever?
do not have to stay. You will just be responsible. And meta talk, it also means if we played again, you would have a secret base that no one can see.
Okay, that meta talk, that's metal as hell.
That's
Yep.
awesome. Yeah.
Yep, you're basically the Phantom.
Oh, that's sick.
What happens if you die? And I'll pull my pistol and
Whoa.
not aim at her, but just pull it out and ask questions. I mean, it seems that your crew, and you've been here for a long time from what I understand, are responsible for this. Yes, you try to remediate, but you're just
I
as
am
guilty as
not-
they are.
Well, I suppose.
That's a good point, actually. Why couldn't your and he sort of gestures at the undead put these coins back on it themselves? You're doing a terrible job, it seems.
You are right. I have not been able to have enough power. Once I am finished with this conversation, it will kill me.
Oh,
I have been asleep for a long time.
all right, filibuster, chaps.
I mean,
someone talk.
I don't trust her. I don't believe her, but I don't know that. we have
You
another
absolutely do,
choice.
because you passed the psychology
Well,
roll.
I believe that she's telling us. Is it the whole truth, or is there?
If you want to spend luck, you can do a hard success or extreme. I'll let you do it.
Hey, we got an
But
hour left.
but since you passed,
Okay, no, I'll choose to believe that she's not omitting anything, and
Yep, that's
it's
fair.
not just like the truth, but like also
Her version,
surprise.
perhaps.
Yeah. That's fine. That's what she believes. That's what she knows. That's fine. There's no time to waste. We have. I don't want to stay on this island any further, and we can try. If it doesn't work out, what do we have to lose?
Cool.
Sanity?
Okay.
And blood, apparently. She did mention blood.
So that is a mechanical standpoint that basically you guys have something called magic points. If you run out of those and you cast in the ritual, it dips into your hit points.
Right.
We need to rescue Howard, right? I think we're all in agreement.
Yes, absolutely.
So then let us spend the time to try to rescue our friend and get the hell out of this cursed place.
Right,
Okay.
you know what? I like it. It's simple. Let's do it.
About the measure of it.
Okay. So for the sake of brevity here, you have found all, according to the map and Mama Flay's testimony, you have found all 5 coins, which matches all 5 statues. Now, what the other NPCs can do is they can go and write the statues and put them in as you guys set yourself up for the ritual in the center of the island, which is where Howard made camp.
The camp, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming
B
Anna
to the
has
dub.
ritual?
Well, no, she because she's an NPC for one thing. She will give who will take up the dagger. Now, worth noting actually, it doesn't matter who takes the dagger, just so you know. But someone will need to complete the ritual. And I would say, we'll talk meta for a second. It's probably better if the person who has it has the highest magic points.
I have 15. It's
I
at the
have
top.
14.
7. Okay. So, probably either the captain or Anita, whoever feels more responsible for this.
Captain, I have followed you to the edges of the world. I entirely trust in you.
Yeah, I feel like the captain would have defaulted to Jane, seeing as she's the woman in charge, but then I guess he'd be second in charge, and if she's not there, then he'd probably take on the responsibilities.
Yeah, well, Jane will, as soon as she hears about the statue, she'll take Lawrence and Anna, and they'll start getting things ready for you guys in the center. Okay, you take up the dagger. Let's move back to the island.
Can the zombies come and help us, or are they not interested?
Yeah. Make a Captain William, please make a hard power roll.
What a power roll.
Yes, it's your POW.
Oh, right up the top, Roger. Oh, that is... Oh, actually, I can use my luck.
Yes.
You should.
Odd success. Yes, I'm using 10 points of luck.
Okay. Spending 10 points of luck, you get the rest of the pirate crew to keep you safe. So, stand by.
Hey.
And Mama Flay, after giving you the dagger, smiles and says, I hope Mama was wrong about the afterlife, as she turns into dust.
Oy.
And she's gone.
All right. Stand by. I'm just making your pirate minions.
You guys remember the psychic hotline? At least it was in the US, of the woman who call me now, and
Yes.
you guys remember that Miss Cleo? I think it was.
Yeah.
That's who I'm picturing as.
I've been thinking of Tia Dalma from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Very much like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Witch doctor almost.
Yeah, very much like that.
Yeah, I can go with Miss Cleo.
Okay. So you got your pirates nearby. You're setting up for the ritual. You can hear that humming ever present now, by the way. And you guys presumably are running as fast as you can to beat them to the center. Incidentally, it's funny now that you're looking at it. I'm only going to show you for a second. If everyone zooms out for a moment, the statues make a very interesting angle. If you were looking at it from a bird's eye view, like this.
Hey.
Hey. Nice.
It's all coming together.
Yeah. And I'm going to move it away now because I can't see shit.
A little thick.
Yes, I can relate. I was referring to my mental acuity. You guys are dirty. You guys are gathered. Now I'm going to tell you about the ritual. Okay. You guys are ready to go. You are empowering the Elder Sign. So, Captain William, are you the one doing this?
I believe so, with the dagger.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Not a problem. Okay. So, each round so you're empowering the Elder Sign. Okay? The Elder Sign across the island. You've got this dagger.
Mhm.
It costs 1d4 sanity to cast.
1d4.
So please roll a d4.
Let me choose from my amazing collection of roll with advantage dice.
Yes. Like the ones you will be receiving if you
Incredible.
donate.
A 4.
Okay. So it costs you something as you begin this ritual. You have to light a fire underneath the skull. And it costs 5 minutes, which we're going to consider a round.
Sure.
Magic point spent. Now, each magic point so for each round and each magic point spent is a 10% chance of success.
Right.
Okay. So basically it means if you did 10 rounds, say, you'd have a 100% success rate. But as you can hear, the humming is getting louder and you start to see dimensional shamblers starting to...
So is the D4 roll my magic point roll, or
that was your sanity? So you're moving from your
Right.
sanity.
Roger.
And you can basically say to me on your turn, either I'm charging, and you use a magic point, and you're just charging up the spell, or I cast it. You tell me when.
Oh, but the longer I go, the higher success rate.
Exactly.
Roger that.
Yeah. Great. And you guys can also assist with the ritual, just so you know, by making a power roll. But keep in mind, if Captain White takes damage or is teleported away, you guys are going to have to start again.
And can I choose to spend more than one magic point, or is it one per round?
One per round.
Okay.
1 + 1, and there'll be more magic points per interfering shambler. I'll explain as we go.
Roger.
So I reckon at this point, let's get some battle music going if we haven't already. As you guys, I'm going to say you probably have to plunge it into your palm, Captain White, and sprinkle your blood onto the burning skull of Captain Josh Blackteeth Keetes as the Elder Sign begins to power up all over the place. These dimensional shamblers begin to appear once again, and you see a hair for a second, and it looks like a giant jellyfish. This is what you imagine was the Watcher from before that Mama Flay mentioned. And you hear in this ancient tongue that you all understand, it's being translated somehow, basically says, "I will return one way or the other."
Nope.
As these creatures start attacking you.
Okay.
I spend a magic point. Spend a magic point.
We all have the copy.
Let's roll dexterity, please.
Am I rolling this as well?
Yes.
Roger.
Okay.
Right. Regular success.
Stand by. How are you guys doing? You still having fun?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
Wonderful.
Spooky.
I mean, no, I have a dagger in my hand. Literally in my hand.
In my hand.
Through my hand.
Okay, right.
Captain, we've talked about this. You need to use the handle.
Damn it.
Handle first. Handle first. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna start with 2. And I also need to roll for the zombie pirates. Haha.
I think that's Yahar.
Yahar. And by the way, the pirates rolled an extreme success, which I find hilarious because they are slow as fuck.
And I bet that's not a bad thing for them, conveniently.
It's
They're
your
on our
pirates.
team. They're on our team.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
They're Team Treasure Hunter. We're good.
Yeah. Anyone else
We've
get an extreme
established I'm
success?
sassy and not bright.
Anyone else?
Nope.
No? Okay, zombie pirates are going first, which is hilarious. Okay. Hard successes. Anyone?
Yes, I spent 2 points of luck and got a hard success.
Okay, great. Regular?
Regular, yes.
Okay. Okay. And then Anita, and then the Shamblers.
Yep. I refuse to use. I had rolled a 71. I don't want to use my luck point to drop.
No,
to
no,
70.
no, you shouldn't. This might end poorly. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. But we do have those backup characters. This is the final battle, gang, though, so please go ham.
All right.
Stand by. Okay, first of all, zombie pirates start making their way over. Yeah, I'm gonna say they all gang up on this. 2 go over here, 3 go on that one. Okay, first one. Can't actually do it. Stand by. Zombie pirates. 30%. Nope. Nope. Oop. Oh, extreme success. Okay. So one got an extreme success.
We love it.
So it is 10 points of damage plus 5. So 15 points of damage against this one.
Nice.
And then
Zombies better than Shamblers, dude.
Yeah.
Team Zombie.
Team Zombie for life.
This. And it was a 0-0. If you get a 0-0-0, it's a fumble. So I'm going to say this one loses a round next time because it loses its sword inside the creature who just goes like that. These creatures, by the way, these Shamblers, they make no noise. They just go as they start making their way for you. Captain,
Yes.
you are spending a round to get 10%?
I for sure am.
Okay.
Sorry, can I spend
we'll
a magic
say-
point to speed that up or no?
No.
Or is that- yeah?
But we'll say you spent a round as they were arriving, so you're at 20% now.
Okay.
And also, I believe, stand by.
Sorry, is the percentage the number that I have to roll? Is that going to be my?
That's the number you have to roll under when you
beat.
choose
Yeah,
to cast it.
Sure.
That's right. Okay, each round on the caster's turn, you lose 1 sanity, so mark that down too. And I need you to make a power roll as well.
Sure.
This is a contested roll against the dimensional Shamblers. And it's with a bonus die.
Oh, it is with the bonus die?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
even better.
And I believe you have to shout power when you roll it.
Power!
Power! That will be with the bonus die
power.
a hard success.
A hard success. Okay,
Yes.
so you managed to beat them. They only got regular. So you maintain your concentration. It's also
Unlimited.
worth noting you can spend magic points to get another bonus die if you're worried, because there might be more that show up.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
So I take 1 magic point off. I lose sanity and.
Yeah. I think we've done everything.
Roger.
Yeah, so you've got 20% chance of casting the spell eventually. It is now Raymond's turn.
Right. Okay. So, am I rolling dex?
That depends. What are you trying to do?
We're trying to keep the Shamblers away from the captain,
Right.
right?
So probably you want to stab him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
I
a
do.
sword. That's a sword roll.
Let's go. All right.
And I'm going to say it's with a bonus die because basically you're surrounding them, this creature, with pirates. So.
Cool. We'll go with that then. We have a regular success.
Mm-hmm.
And
That'll do it.
I add 4 and 4. Get wrecked.
8 points of damage. Okay, this
Let's
one goes
go.
down. Very good. That's your turn, Raymond.
Through.
Anita, it is your turn.
There are no Shamblers that I see on the map at the moment.
There is one right here.
There's one in a crevice.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Either that, or you can assist. You can assist the captain by making a successful power roll and spending a magic point, which increases, which would give Matt then 30%.
Hell yeah, let's go do that. Let's power roll, Captain. I shall take you by the hand and say I have the power. That is a Giga Chat success. That's a 3.
Ultimate power.
Extreme success. Okay.
Extreme success.
So mark off a magic point. Now you're at 30%, Matt.
Overflowing with power.
Okay, excellent. Right. They're taking you seriously now. The Shamblers.
The DM has noted this.
The Shambler is going to head over towards Anita.
Uh-oh.
Actually, no. They want to deal with Captain White.
No, they don't.
No, they
So,
don't.
Captain, you're not going to be able
Not
to.
at all.
You're not going to be able to dodge this because.
What do you mean?
Because you're focusing on a spell.
A dagger in hand, an SMG.
However, it rolled a 91. So it does not like basically what I will say is as it's kind of making its way over, as you're holding the dagger in your hand and dripping blood, you hear a very distinctive but impassioned "No!" from Mama Flay's voice as she bounces back, and you are safe.
Resurrection.
To be fair, if I saw somebody with a gun and a dagger, I probably would miss them too, because I'd be scared.
I whip along and my mustache just overpowers them.
All right.
You
Zombie
intimidated
pirates are
them.
gonna go. There are
Getting the blue
3.
steel.
Okay.
I think you
All
get
5 of
advantage
them.
for Blue steel
Actually,
or
Yeah.
Magnum.
Magnum. Yeah.
Magnum.
now because this Shambler wasn't dealt with at the end of the round, we're gonna do psychic backlash now.
Oh no.
So all heroes, everyone
Sorry.
must make a sanity roll, please.
Oh, crap.
Success.
Oh.
Actually,
If
can
you
do hard
passed,
success?
you lose 1.
Oh,
If you failed, you lose 1.
Wow. The stakes
Okay.
are so high.
Yeah,
what
well.
happens if you pass really, really well?
You pass.
All right.
Full stop.
I want prize.
I want a gold star. I did better than everybody
You
else.
did. You have self-esteem.
You want the field promotion again? Or?
Pirates are gonna go. Another pirate with
How
an
the
extreme
ritual
success.
goes.
That's another fumble though. That's a fail.
These zombies.
They started off strong and now they're tumbling.
No, one got another
Almost like they have
extreme.
no motor skills or something.
It's almost as if they're not alive.
So 10, 16, 18. This one is on 1 hit point. From that
Let's go with
extreme-
zombies, dude. Zombies are awesome.
Okay. Okay, so the zombies are, yeah, good thing that you thought of that, GM. Good stuff. At GM Workshop, Raakam, Anita, whatever you want to call yourself. Captain, it's your turn. Another magic point?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And then you need to make a sanity roll, please.
Sanity roll and a power roll, question mark? 30, pass the sanity.
Yep, so Stanley, so stand by. There's a lot of information here. Where must succeed in a postman. Stand by. Passing the spell. So you pass the spell. Power struggle alters vision, blah, blah, blah. For every 5 minutes spent preparing, which is what we've done, the heroes must also contend with the Shamblers. At the beginning of each round, right? So there'd be more Shamblers at this point. 2, 3, I'm gonna say. So there's 3 now.
Ugh.
And then assisting with the ritual, blah blah blah, stand by. Heroes fails. Right. No, I think I was getting stuff mixed up. So we'll just say that you spent your magic point, which you've done.
Yes.
So
I
at the
spent
beginning
2
of
now.
each round. In round 1, this number will be blah blah blah. They cannot be attacked physically. The caster will always go last. The rest of the heroes, right? Right. Okay. Yep. So you're now 30%.
I'd be 40% because I got the assisted to 30 before.
Right.
From Anita.
40%. Awesome. Okay.
Let's go.
Awesome. Okay. So up next then is Raymond.
Right.
Let's speedrun this ritual.
This is the one that has 1 hit point.
Well, I'm gonna stab it.
Yep.
And stab.
Mhm.
Do it. Do it now.
I'm gonna use some luck. Because that
Okay.
was a terrible roll. Alright. So, damage is 4 and 2.
4 and 2. Okay. Yep. Okay. Good to know. That one's down. Alrighty. And you can make only one attack with a sword if I remember correctly. Speed run, any percent, any glitch, ritual. Yeah. Trying to pretend I understand what that means. It is Anita's turn.
Right.
Nice.
Do you want to go for combat or do you want to assist?
I feel like we need to. The zombies are doing a good job. Raymond is being stupendous. I will encourage
Sure.
Raymond verbally.
Mm-hmm.
Raymond, you and I, it's almost a guaranteed deal.
Wow. Let's go.
Damn.
Objective achieved.
Raymond's gone Super Saiyan now.
but-
He's
I'm gonna
Yeah, bonus die to the next round. Yep, for sure.
I'm gonna help Captain White because I want us to get rid of
Yep,
all
makes
these
sense.
spooky monsters. Power roll, right?
Power roll, correct.
Success. Just success, not a critical success.
Okay, great. So that works. Spend a magic point, please. Now you're at
Yeah,
50, Matt.
I will
Question
be
mark?
if that works. Yes.
I was at maximum 15, but current 13.
Current 13. Okay.
Yeah, because it is the second time I do it, right? The magic
Yep,
point.
yep. That makes sense to me. Yep.
And,
Excellent.
I'll move. If I can use a bit of movement, I'll try to put myself in between the shamblers and the captain because I saw what it did last time.
Yep,
And
that's
I want to
fair.
kind of use my body to block their way.
Yep. Okay, no worries. Excellent. It is now the Shambler's turn. Now there's a lot of bodies, so I'm going to say this. Only this one can manage to get around. This one has to kind of just make some attacks against the pirates. One of them hits. One of the pirates goes down. And by that I mean just its head gets ripped off.
No,
Kevin!
zombie!
Kevin, you engaged them. Okay. Now at the end of the round, stand by. Okay, because there is 2 remaining. Yeah. So at this point, Stanley roll from everyone, please. Up here, boy. Up here.
Big fail.
Okay.
Success.
Success.
Regular
If
success.
success is 1 point lost, fail is 3 points of sanity lost. Okay.
I just had a really high starting sanity. Is that normal?
Yeah, it's your willpower. Yeah.
Good.
All right, top of the round. More shamblers appear. Stand by. 2 more appear.
Shamblami.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't want you to do this. Okay, which means the zombie pirates are going to spread their efforts.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
If I choose to roll at a particular percentage,
Yes.
can I spend my luck
Yes.
to?
Good question.
Okay. Fail.
Second question: does it have to be
Fail.
a critical success or just a pass?
It just has to pass.
Roger that.
Fail.
And we're at 50% now, right?
Fail.
We are.
All the zombies
Yeah.
fail.
Nice.
All right, and then it is the captain's turn. At this point, at 50%, you can see the other realm, and you can see Howard's face, his body appearing physically and then not, and then just kind of flashing back and forth. It's like, "You can do it, Willie! You can do it!"
Hey, man.
Does the captain gamble on a 50%?
I don't know.
Do it.
I feel like to do it. If it's a fail, I start again, right? Or no?
Yeah,
I
as
just
in
failed.
from 0. Yeah.
No guts, no glory,
Yeah,
Captain.
no, we're sending it. All right,
Okay.
so I'm rolling
Just a
to-
D100.
Just a
Would you
D100.
wager the ship on a 50-50?
Don't bring the ship into it.
I was about to say,
I'm
don't
just
bring
saying,
the ship into
Here's
it.
my
Because
question.
this is-
Here's my question. How much luck do you have?
54. So technically, I could, if I rolled, I could swing this quite easily.
Yeah, okay.
This-
That sounds
Let's
very
go. You got
dramatic.
this.
It-
Take
I-
it, Chad.
What should be in the 90s? All right, unlimited power. 15.
Is that good?
Okay, that's good.
That's
Yes?
well good. I don't even have to
All right.
spend my luck.
Okay, Howard gets pushed out. All the dimensional shamblers get disappear, and you hear a agonized, enraged, jellyfish-sounding man going.
Okay.
As all of this disappears. Now, what we did not do, which for the sake of this, we'll do it. We'll do it because, like, otherwise, Call of Cthulhu people are going to get mad at me. I don't think you guys rolled sanity for the dimensional chandlers showing up. So let's roll that now.
Okay.
It already happened. It's cool, but if we ever play these characters again, we should be honest about the score.
A solid pass.
Pass,
Solid pass.
plus one. And
Ooh,
see, it would have worked out
dramatic.
anyway.
90, so failure. Yeah.
Failure, you would have lost 8 points of sanity, which
okay.
would have probably changed things. But you know what, internet? I'm a human being. I make mistakes, and it's important to know that when you watch your critical roles and your whatever else is popular these days, they make mistakes too.
Wow, yes, hip with the kids.
Hey, Cobb, I missed you.
Yeah.
Back. He's left the ship.
He's back.
Cobb's got a, I can't remember, he's got a Maine accent. And speaking of which, he sees you guys with your various booty that you are bringing back from the ship for the sake of brevity here. Howard is alive and well. You guys have this island. You have a whole heap of history, and you are going to need that money because that ship is probably worth a fair chunk too, and it's literally in a cave in a pond. It is impossible at the moment without excavation to take it out. Can we get some nice music, please, Kevin?
One of those
'Cause that's
shiny
the
cannons.
end.
Can the booty
And-
have some Wooten Forge dice boxes, please?
Roll a D10.
Okay, deal.
And some very shiny, valuable dice.
I rolled a 3.
Rolled a 3. Unfortunately not, but what you do find is some really nice stem glasses.
I'll take
from-
those.
From that place that I know the name of. What is it?
Meeples and Dragons.
Sorry. I've been looking at the
Amazing
map.
plug. Genius.
Yeah, well, look, you can see they're beautiful on the overlay. Let's be real. Any words I would say would spoil it anyway. Just look at the pictures. That's all you need. Yeah, thank you, Karen. I should do this for a living. Okay. Well, look, guys, that's the end. But we do. I'm actually gonna. Should I show you this? No, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna make it invisible. Because there's one more thing we need to figure out, which is the treasure on the Black Fin. You find this is a modification of the original adventure by Ses Korkowski, is one of my favorite DMs. He decided, and I agree, if you're going on a pirate adventure, you need pirate treasure. Rather than a standard Call of Cthulhu adventure where you get like maybe $20 and flipped off as you go. Yeah, pretty much. In this case, since we're doing a Goonie style adventure, and you've got a base anyway, why not set you up for life? So you find a iron lockbox. It's 175 pounds. It will require mechanical repair, which I don't know if anyone has a decent. Does anyone have mechanical repair? Decent mechanical repair?
No.
Yes, I'm really good at
Decent.
it actually. I think.
Okay.
Because I've got the handy.
That's right. Yeah. That's
I
your
have-
job on the
yeah,
ship. You keep
Yeah,
things
my mechanical
afloat.
exactly. It's really high. I don't know if I can roll. If you want me to roll or not.
Yes,
but
please. Yeah.
And I get an extra die, I think, because of
Yes, sir.
success. 15 is a critical extreme success.
Wow. Okay.
Look at you.
You definitely opened the door.
Just
And-
demolish the box.
Yeah.
It has It has 2,000 Spanish gold doubloons.
Hey.
There's nothing. This is no. I know Spain. This is nothing. You guys don't worry about it. I take it.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
off your hands.
Yeah. That's it's poultry. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
$26,000 worth of gold.
Ooh.
In 1933. Let's do a conversion.
Oh.
Let's do a quick conversion here. 1933 money to modern day.
When
Question
I
mark?
thought we were playing Cthulhu, I thought conversion would mean something else.
Yeah. We've been
Value of
told to-
$1933 today. $100 in 1933 is worth 2,278. So, $26,000. Stand by. That's a lot of money.
a lot of money, I think we'll settle for.
Fair amount. Yeah.
No, I want it for real.
Enough for a private fortress on a mysterious island that pops in and out of existence at will.
You ready for this? Hang on,
Somehow we're the good
motherfuckers. You ready for
guys.
this? 59,228,000.
We're rich! Sorry, does the island come with
You see
forever
why I
life,
wanted to
or-
do the math?
So,
That's
so
nice.
we're now king of America, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. You also stand by.
Well, I mean, my character would be interested in funding the Spanish Civil Wars, so that money's gonna be
yeah, exactly. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need
You
that
have
cash
enough
for
to
that.
fund both sides.
Yeah.
Might sell for more due to historic value, which Captain Will, you would know where to go. This would be a perfect gift for Raymond. You find a silver and ruby saber handle of Captain Louis de Esperanza. You find a bunch more stuff. Rotted barrels with 600 silver pie wedge ingots with Spanish seal on them, 4-inch wide by 2-inch high. I'll just show you this. I'll let you read it. How about that? There's there you go.
4 bronze cannons.
4 bronze cannons. I said gold, so
know.
it's gold now.
Yeah.
Gold
Wait, did
cannons.
the cannons tarnish or something?
Yeah.
nice.
So that is what you guys managed to get. I'm very proud of you. Well done.
Fantastic. Well done.
And I should worth noting, because it's all over now, there is a option in this adventure. If you muck up the roll, you then have to sacrifice someone.
Oh, see, I was
Raymond.
bracing myself
Raymond.
for that.
yeah,
Raymond.
no
I
doubt.
was actually fully ready to just offer myself.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
That's the way the character arc was going, I feel.
Yeah. Well,
Bezos
regardless,
1930s.
it's 11:35, which means I would like to end at around 1:45 so that the next stream has some time. But we've got a little bit of time to pat each other on the back. So let's go with some favorite moments. So let's start with Dan. Fire away, guys. What's some cool stuff that Dan did?
I will say the immediate the whole playthrough was fantastic on a role-playing point of view, but the immediate I take my shirt off and dive in after Anita, like not even a
Amazing.
hesitation, just starts unbuttoning, ripping his shirt off, and he's
He's always a second away from it.
macho man.
Yeah, all of you did really well playing into the pulpy, really kind of almost camp style of the thing. You all did amazing at that, but I definitely agree. Raakam, did you have anything you particularly enjoyed from that?
I love that he instantly he was like at any it's Monday, my shirt must come off. It's my shirt's come like literally any the sun is up, I guess the shirt must come off. So an interesting character arc development in a short amount of time as well. I feel like Raymond evolved in front of our very eyes, and not very well done. It was really fun to watch the character
That's
play.
formative.
I concur. I agree, Mother of Bunnies. Dan going mad was excellent. Admittedly, the game really kind of makes it cool to kind of like to lean in, and I think Dan did a great job of kind of going like, yeah, cool, I'm a bulldog, let's go. So I thought that was great. Let's go with Raakam next for Anita. Anita had lots of good moments.
Oh, so many good
Yeah,
moments.
absolutely.
Actually, I will quickly move in because I didn't actually say something about Raymond. That was really nice. In general, I think, I'll talk about the player rather than the character. It was really nice having someone who knew Cthulhu and was excited about things that the other players didn't necessarily know yet. So like I'm like, oh, it looks like this, and you're like, oh, and I'm like, hey, I did it. I made someone go, oh. So that's cool. I appreciate the enthusiasm. It always makes, and this is advice to any players out there. Please go ham when you like something, because the GM is very insecure. He doesn't know if you're having fun ever. He's just like, so it's always nice to see. All right, let's go with Raakam stuff. Any cool Raakam stuff? Am I pronouncing your name right, by the way, mate?
Yeah, you're good. You're perfect.
Okay.
You nailed it.
No worries.
I think it speaks for everybody. The whole spinning Raymond and the pistol over the shoulder's got to be my highlight. It was just very, very on point.
I need that art so bad.
Straight out of a movie.
It was right out of a pulp magazine. I'll have to show you in the Discord later, like the magazines I'm talking about. That's like so classic.
I can picture it easily.
Yeah, so good. Dan, go ahead.
It's hard to pick just one. Just like straight from the off, like the interplay with Raymond was really enjoyable.
So fun.
Just not having any of it. I'm gonna say two favorites because they both made me laugh so hard. One was when she asked for someone to volunteer, and I jumped in straight away. It was like anyone else.
Literally anyone.
And then just the entire fake seduction scene to crazy him was amazing.
Yeah.
And then just ending it with a straight knee in the balls. I'm like, everyone was waiting for that.
Yeah, amazing.
But yeah, I enjoyed how just capable she was the entire time as well.
Yeah.
She was just constantly just whipping her pistol out and being like, I guess it's up to me. And I'm like, this chick fucking rules.
Yeah. Has anybody got height with this? Yep. Anyone height? Yep. She's perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I didn't actually do this. Sorry, it's been. I don't. I'm not used to being in the GM chair. Dan, did you have a favorite moment for yourself?
For me?
Yeah.
I did enjoy
and then
going
Raakam
insane.
Units.
Every time I play a Cthulhu game, I usually just jump headlong at the chance to go insane because it's the most fun.
Yeah, it's true.
Any Cthulhu game, whether it's role play or card games, the moment you go insane, you get special powers. And I got it, so I was happy with that.
Yeah.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
No, the insane talents are dope. The one I was referring to with like the Matrix powers is that you can literally bend bullets in one insane talent. You can make it like
that's
pretty
awesome.
great. It's pretty great.
I'm gonna go so crazy next time.
Well, glad to hear there will be a next time. Raakam, favorite self moment?
Not really. Like the character is only as good as the characters you play off of. So it's nice to.
Sure.
I'm gonna flip it back and say that the yes ending was good and it was a lot of fun. And Anita, you gave me a lot of meat and potatoes to it. She was very clearly delineated. I could picture this person. I know her in real life. I've met people like this. I'm like, yeah, no, I enjoy her. So very easy to run and always a lot of fun. And Cthulhu is always a great time. And I like I'll say overall the pulp version, much more forgiving. Which really allows you to like just jump in and start knocking some fools in the face instead of seeing one little shadow and instantly going insane. Be like, okay, I guess my character's dead now. So definitely very fun. So thank you for running the game as well.
You're very welcome. It's a different vibe, which is why I told you like, please don't feel like you need to run away from everything. You have more hit points and a parachute in the terms of the 30
if you
luck.
die, you don't die. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lends itself better to a one shot.
Yeah, well, it depends what you're going for. For me, I like a bit of action. Like I like investigation and horror and all that stuff, but like I like combat. And if you try to do combat in Call of Cthulhu, good luck. It's not going to end well.
Last resort. Yeah,
exactly. Cool. Well, thank you for the kind words, Mr. Matt. Actually, for Raakam, I think my favorite thing was probably, just the general relationships, and I like that all of a sudden she's like, hang on, slow down. Why do we trust this mama play person again? Like,
the questioning was perfect.
It was great.
That was the great thing about Anita. She was constantly just like thinking ahead, where the rest of us were so reactionary.
If nothing else, I actually like in any other context I would have rewarded you. The only reason I'm like, here's a quick answer, is because we were running out of time. Any other context, I would have been like, well, actually, let's role play this out because I like Mama Flay. I think she's neat. But I thought it was a very interesting development to her character. So that was probably my favorite of yours.
We passed the Bechdel test with that conversation.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There you
Well
go.
done.
Even though there's not a single woman in this game.
I mean, Karen's there. Yeah, that's a coincidence. But yeah, no, I did try and have some ladies on purpose because
Nice.
yeah. Mr. Matt, let's talk about Captain William White.
I like. I think the fact that you took ownership, like especially at the end, like, okay, well, I'm the captain. This is my responsibility, my crew. You know, like a real life captain would, like whether it be an air captain or ship captain, still responsible for this crew. And even though it might kill me, I'm gonna take the dagger and do the thing and bang on character. And I thought that you had that throughput from beginning to end. So I really like that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Dan, favorite Matt stuff?
Absolutely, just the way he smoked the first shambler with that insane gun.
Automatic fire. That's the
That
first
was
time I ever ran automatic
fantastic.
fire because it was a little
The rolls for that
intimidating.
were insanely good. I got like multiple 2s in a row, and I was like, "How is this even?" I used different dice as well.
Silent female partner. No. Well, look,
The
we
most
love you. Dan.
30 sentence uttered in this game.
I thought it was wonderful. Raakam, did you say you did say a Matt one? Matt, favorite self thing?
Yeah, look, honestly, I think at the end, sort of tying it together with like my ship, my crew was kind of cool. I was very much looking forward to having like some Jane interplay because that was like a big part of the
I
character's
know.
background.
We were gonna have Jane internet, but
we did
unfortunately
not
Jed couldn't make
get
it.
a Jane.
Yeah.
So
Session
yeah,
2.
but I'm very happy with how it all ended up. And I think I have now, it's inspired a love of Pulp Cthulhu.
Yay!
I was not sure coming into it because I've never played and the character sheet is large and daunting compared to a 5e sheet. And I was like, what are these numbers? But yes,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I like it.
How did
That
you?
was something that
go ahead.
Jack did really well was keeping the character sheets so brief, but
Yeah.
also it's all the salient info right away.
Mhm.
That's the easiest to read character sheet I've ever been given.
I will also agree.
That's nothing to do
despite
with
the
me.
numbers.
That's a design. that's Chaosium. They're really good. It's a great system.
They don't need to know that.
I made the character sheet.
From like the
Wow.
canon is from scratch.
I made the paper myself.
That's right.
I took the photos for the portraits.
Oh, amazing. Oh, well, actually, I didn't take the photos, but I did go, and you can find this internet on my stream. We went through royalty-free, like free use photos, and a lot of these are from yearbooks. So these are real people. And
these are real stories. This is
yeah.
a documentary we just did.
William White.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I like using kind of real people in a black and white format. Kind of gives it a different feel from everything else. So yeah, that was fun. It was really neat seeing differently dressed people. And when I found like the right Anita, I'm like, this is great. I know exactly who this character is just looking at a photo. So that was really fun. Matt, did you give yourself a self moment?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, finally, if there was anything you particularly liked about the game, go ahead.
I mean, I really like, Call of Cthulhu is always a lot of fun just because it's such a different vibe rather than the heroic fantasy Final Fantasy of D&D, and that characters typically feel more grounded, and I always like the 1940s sort of atmosphere, the Chicago gangster almost vibe that you get,
Sure.
often in the. But this pulpy version felt, the one thing about Call of Cthulhu usually when you play is that your character is going to die. They're going to go inside by the end of the session, and it's like next week we're going to roll again, and off we go, which has its own charm. I've only ever had one character survive one session, and then the next time they died. So I like this kind of spin on it. That was really interesting, and I haven't played Call of Cthulhu in a while. Like it's maybe been a year, and it's really made me rethink. Hey, I should look at this again because it's so good. Every time I play it, I've never had like a bad session where I go, I wish I hadn't played that.
Yeah.
So it's always like, I need to get back into this game because it is so fantastic.
Yeah.
And you did
I
it a
love
great justice. And so thank you
Thanks.
very much. That was a lot of fun.
I'm a big fan of it. I'm not sure if you could tell. But Dan, if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was a little nervous coming into this system that I haven't played before. And you were like, look, I'll explain it as we go. And I think you did a fantastic job of that. Like,
Yes.
I think we could have very easily hit some speed bumps there, but you navigated them all really well. You were really supportive. I think you did a great job of just like giving people time to work through any confusion they had and keeping the game running, focusing on other points.
Yeah.
And juggling that many NPCs, man, like, well done.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, to add on to that, any of the questions that we did have about like roles and stuff, you were like very succinct, but it was to the point of like efficiency. Like we all understood what you were saying and how you were saying it without burning up time, and it was very well explained rule set. So thank you for that.
The beauty of this system, and I will die on this hill. I believe anyone can pick it up and play within a couple of minutes. It is really very elegant. Do you want to do something? Roll a d100, compare it to the thing. Did you get under? Great. Pretty simple. And then if regular, we didn't even go into push rolls, which is something that could have happened if Matt had failed, for example, his ritual. He could have done a push roll, but a push roll is where you're doubling down on something. So I'll actually read this out because I think it's interesting. The ritual is the ritual is cast unsuccessful. If the caster fails the roll, they may lose 1d4 more stamina and push the roll, exerting more of themselves into the ritual. If the second roll fails, they immediately lose another 1d4, and the caster realizes with horror that they now need a human sacrifice to successfully finish the trial.
Raymond!
You rang?
Yeah. So that's what could have happened if Matt had terrible luck. And didn't have the luck ready to go. I think that's fascinating. And yeah, I really love this system. I'm glad to hear that you guys enjoyed it. This was credit where credit's due. This was The Curse of Black Teeth Keetes by Perry Grosshands, which you can find on DriveThruRPG for less than $3 US. And yeah, it's a very entertaining adventure, and I recommend go out and have fun, because this is probably a really good starting adventure, to be honest. Just like, hey guys, let's start you off with a base, because you're Pop Cthulhu characters, you know. So let's quickly talk about why we're here, and then we'll wrap up with who we are. Okay. So obviously we're here for Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's all about supporting sick kids, but also families as well. They provide counseling services, family unit accommodation, hospital and airport transfers, and social support services to the families of children with cancer. And they make life easier for people going through a really horrible thing. Toward that, we have 4 wonderful sponsors who are Wooten Forge, Roll with Advantage, Meeples and Dragons, and Mike Moans. And you've seen all their lovely prizes all over the overlay. You've seen the 4 stemless wine glasses from Meeples and Dragons, a She-Oak Dice Keeper, She-Oak Adventurer's Chest from Wooten Forge, 11 sets of gorgeous dice, and a whole mess of stickers from Roll with Advantage. And Mike Moans has contributed a player starter kit from Flights and Fancy. It was an absolute pleasure to run this game for you guys and to help out with something that I think we can all agree would be an incredibly difficult thing to go through. I'm very grateful to you guys for showing up. I'm grateful to Karen, who you can't see, doing all the beautiful music and overlay work as I fumble all over the place. It's like, where's the ship? Jesus Christ. Everybody, let's bow out. Starting with, we'll go in reverse. Matt,
hi.
Would you like to plug something?
Not necessarily. I'll just plug myself, eh?
So yes.
So my name's Matt. You'll know me in chat as DexStrengthCon. You can find me on my Twitch at DexStrengthCon, where I stream variety games and stuff. And I will be fleshing out a D&D campaign of the map behind me in the next month or so, and then running it on my Twitch. So if anyone is interested, feel free to pop by. And
amazing. I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this. That's amazing.
Breaking news, Jack. Breaking news.
Is there a player slot?
Exclusive.
There is many player slots.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. And you're on camera, so you have to be nice to me.
It's official now.
Okay, let's go with Dan. Who are you?
Dan next. So I'm Dan O'Brien. I'm a Perth-based artist and mini enthusiast. You can see some of my painting work on Arts and Lovecrafts on Instagram. And my wonderful partner, Rachel Fuka, who you will probably know better than me on this channel, has their own book, The Rings of Mars, which you can buy on this very internet. And if you don't, she will pull all the shoelaces out of your shoes and jam them into your pillowcase and sew it shut. You can also catch her here every Monday for the Humblewood campaign.
Wonderful. Yes, we will be doing said Humblewood campaign tonight. At a certain time AWST, but if you're in the East Coast like me, it is 8 p.m. Western Standard Time. I don't know. It would be 6 p.m., right, Karen? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah,
Western,
2 hours.
Western time? Thumbs up, okay. And Raakam, who are you, my friend?
I'm Raakam. You can find me on GM Workshop across social media, twitch.tv/GM Workshop, patreon.com/GM Workshop. I do a lot of Twitch plays D&D or basically run a bunch of games online for the audience. I like D&D things and tips and videos and stuff like that, and I was just over the moon of being invited and being involved in any capacity to help with this cause. And chat, if you have bits and bytes and dollar dues, feel free to chuck them at the screen right now, because kids need your help and their families too. That's it.
Please do. And as for me, guys, my name is Jack O'Brien, and you can find me predominantly. You can hire me as a Dungeon Master at dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. You can also find me on the various socials and on Twitch as Jack Squarepeg. Otherwise, you can find me at my website, www.jackobrianonline.com. It's been an absolute pleasure running for you today. I hope you guys all take care of yourselves. If you've been watching this entire time, maybe have a nap. Take care of yourselves. And Raakam is right. Please, whatever you can spare. I'm sure there are so many people that will be so grateful and happier with a awful thing that they have to deal with. So thank you for your generosity. Thank you for tuning in, and all the best. See you in a couple of hours, everybody.
Adios.
Bye-bye.